bang. Everything looking cool? Everything good? Getting 2.37. How y'all doing out there, everybody? Looking good, looking good. Getting set up. Let me share this real quick for all y'all. Bam. Sure. Alright, cool. We are down at the infamous Beyond Image Barber and Salon Shop. Supply. I call it shop. This is a shop in here, man. This you literally it feel like
it's a real official full
barbershop. Yeah, this past a barbershop. Shoot.
Hey, this ain't a hustle shop. This is a business barbershop.
I think that's the best way to put it. So I don't supply. Just getting supply. How y'all doing out there? So Beyond Image Barber Salon Supply, which I came through here a couple times, but I haven't been here since I was younger. This is my neighborhood I used to be in, and I didn't know it looked like this. Literally, I want to say you took the Korean market, bro. You took it back. You literally you took the market back and did that. This is nice. This is definitely a beautiful shop. Y'all definitely got to come check it out.
Yeah.
See the ambiance. You really feel like it's a real business, and I think that's something that we're missing in our neighborhood is when you had that business feel. Mm-hmm. So this is definitely a spot to come check out.
Right off the highway.
Yeah, right off where we are, 75. Y'all know right by Wendy's. Y'all always
Hopper Street.
Yeah, Hopper Street. Y'all know where Wendy's at. The one that
what they changed Devereaux's name to?
Oh, City Gear.
City Gear, right next to City Gear, so you can get your hair cut and go buy your. Y'all know that shit y'all wear.
Cool. They sell? Yeah, no, they sell them. They sell them.
They got rocks in there now.
Rock around. Yeah, they do. They rock around. Yeah. So
everything you need over there.
Yeah, we want to say shout out to Jay Black. Having us in here. Definitely appreciate them coming through, letting us come through Rocket Shop. We got a great show today. I want to say a decent show, but I want to say a great show because I think we got a lot of information today. Hopefully, you guys are really ready to hear some good info. So, what's going on in the news, Tom?
The news?
Yeah, what's going on?
Man, I've been out the loop
for a second.
I've been out the loop. You're gonna have to tell me I've been
out
busy.
The loop? Busy?
I ain't been able to watch too much TV, but I did get to see the Bengals lose today.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
You got to see the Bengals lose today?
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost
my team. I can see my team lose today.
Are you surprised?
No.
So what's the problem?
No,
that ain't even news then. Now news would have been the
is.
Bengals won today, and it was like, oh man, that would have been news. Bengals losing, is that really news?
If you watched it, then it's news.
The Bengals always do that. The Bengals live that way. The Bengals do all good in the playoffs, except this year, and then they lose in the big part. The Bengals play good all the way up to the end of the game, and then they lose. So tell me where the surprise is at.
Who said it was a surprise?
I'm just saying. You said news. That ain't news.
That is news. It happened.
Is that news?
If somebody gets shot today,
that's
a surprise.
I mean, are we desensitized enough to think that's a surprise?
Yeah.
I don't think that's news anymore. When somebody gets shot,
but it is. But it's gonna come on the news.
It's only on the news to instill fear in us. That's the difference.
But it's still news. The point is, it's news.
So okay,
whether it's surprise
Bengals losing,
recurring news, it's news.
So okay, let's go back. So any news that's not surprising. Look, we're looking at TV right now. Bengals lost. Who they lose to? The Steelers?
Yeah.
Dang. That ain't news again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make this interesting. I'm trying to make the Bengals loss interesting. But somebody got fired or let go or something?
The punter.
What is that gonna do? It's like firing the kicker. What is that?
The kicker for the Steelers won the game.
Kickers are very important.
Kickers are very important.
Why they fire our kicker though? Why they don't fire the people who make the real decisions? Like this your territory. Who's the person? Mike Brown? Is it?
Mike Brown?
Yeah. But he's the owner though.
Right. So we're gonna keep losing. The common denominator is the problem. That's Mike Brown.
So you don't think the quarterback is the problem? You don't think
we don't have so many good players over the years. One thing that ain't changed is the owner and a coach. So if you check the pattern of the history, everything changed with them too, but we keep getting the same results. So that's the common denominator.
But you can't change the owner unless you sell it.
I'm just telling you what's going on.
Maybe we should have a sit down with Mr. Brown. I think I could pull that out?
Man, you ain't finna get that man out of here.
I don't want to get him. I'm from Detroit. I don't want to get him out here. I don't mind y'all doing that. Dude, he ain't doing nothing to me. That's cool. So what else is going on, man? I was just Googling stuff, looking up black people, trying to see what that means when you talk about black people. What people, you know what I'm saying? For somebody who don't know black people, they just want, what is a black person? We Google black people. What does that mean? First off, it says a dark-skinned person. Is that?
accurate.
I'm saying is when you Google literally black people, they categorize us as when you say black people, they have to be dark skinned. So light skinned people aren't black people. It's the stuff I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm bringing it to your attention.
You just now learning that?
Yes.
Black
How many people Google black people?
Black people is somebody with melanin in their skin. That's what they consider black.
Nah. It's a term used in certain countries, awfully socially based systems of racial classification of or and this describes a person who are perceived to be dark skinned. Yeah, you have to be dark skinned. They're saying that. That's what that means.
And the point is,
I'm just curious. What that mean? I'm just curious.
So you saying like so?
Are light skinned people?
So now in your world, light skinned people ain't black people. So you finna go spread the word that Google said that y'all ain't black people?
Well, actually, this is Wikipedia. This is technically Wikipedia. I'm just getting into stuff. We do a lot of our shows. We learn a lot. We chase a lot of dreams. We get into a lot, but we really don't find out what stuff means. Words are powerful, and that's what I'm getting to. Mm-hmm. How much powerful words are, and to use a word that basically means dark skin, and you start getting into black is not, they say what is it, white is pure, mm-hmm. and black. So when you start getting into these words, so when you say black people, if they are basing that around it's a dark skinned person, what is that really trying to say? What are these words really saying when you call somebody black? That's what I'm saying. Because that's not a race term. And so it's not a race. Black is not a race.
So what is a race? So what is the race of the people with so name the races.
The races, let me see. Let's make anybody out there correct us around races. We're looking at Asian dude ice skate right now. Asian is a race, correct?
Is that sumo ice skate?
Yeah, but it's Asian.
No, I'm asking you.
That's what we're learning here.
So go ahead, name the ones you know.
See, race. I'm gonna say Asians is a race. Caucasian is a race, but then you go into Europeans.
Caucasian is a race.
Caucasian.
So when you fill out the application and say black, white, other, and that ain't race.
That's not race. Caucasian is. That's what I'm asking you. I'm putting out there information. This information shared halfway. Let's talk about it.
I'm asking you.
So what is Jamaican then?
No, I'm asking you.
That's okay. That's what I'm learning. So when you say Jamaican,
you know the races I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got white people, and you got all the other people.
That's it. Straight to the point.
Because no matter what you say, you're going to get put in that category. If you got any type of melanin in your skin, you're going to get a certain type of treatment or a certain type of perception.
But it's not white, it's European.
I
think that's where the issue comes with that. It's European. It's not really white people, it's European. I think that's where American our culture gets mixed on that subject. Because it's more.
So I guess that goes into what is that, European Americans?
Why is that not on the application? I'm not going to get into that, but African Americans on there, whereas European Americans not on there, whereas just Caucasian on there. I'm just going to...
Because they are the dictators of what goes on papers. They are the dictators of American laws.
Asian Americans, that's on there. Everybody else is American except Caucasian. But I've never seen indigenous I've never seen that before. Show me an application.
What's that word again?
Indigenous people.
Say that fast 3 times.
Indigenous people. They know what I meant out there. I've never seen that on an application nowhere where it's...
Can you spell that?
Indigenous? Yeah, give me 2.3 seconds. Google is fast, boy. They don't pick up real quick.
You can't spell it.
Hold on, no.
I just want to do...
No, I can spell it. But this is when you put it in Asian, European,
Australian. Whenever they say Caucasian, they just told you.
What it say?
She was just saying whenever they say Caucasian, that's when you know you're white.
When you Caucasian, you know you're white. So, yeah, but I'm just getting it. I just want to know. We just putting that out there. So what else in the news? What got me going into black people, I was looking at Black China, and I gotta say, she pulled a Tiger Woods for us. I think she won. Did she win one for us by taking one? She tried to use the Kardashian name to make money off that. But they got a problem with that.
Who, the Kardashians?
Yeah. They got a problem with Black China, if I'm not mistaken, trying to make money off her name, even though she's married to Rob. I had to think about what I'm saying to make sure I don't want to just put out information the wrong way. But they got a problem with that because she's trying to copyright her name.
That's what makes that interesting to me. It leads me into that, are you allowed to make money off of them? Are you allowed to even inherit money from them? Especially in the public.
Because their name is literally, you know what I'm saying, it's legally trademarked. So when she got married to him legally, she can change it to that. But now she's trying to copyright her name the same way they did, but they have a problem with that.
That raises the question of, it's interesting to see how many interracial relationships do they show the black woman on the red carpet with the white husband that's rich and wealthy. You don't see too much of that.
I don't think you see too much.
So maybe that's part of that problem with that situation, because they don't want that perception to be put out there. Maybe it's to prevent that.
I don't think most relationships...
Because if they married, what difference would it make? She can use whatever she's going to use and make money off of it, so why would it be a problem?
See that, but so I think it's bigger than what they don't.
Ain't they married?
Yeah, they're married. Or Hollywood married, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're allowed to do stuff, but you're not allowed to show it.
That's why I said she pulled a Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods ran all over the country, taking over until it came back. He tried to pull a Michael Jackson too. I think that's something we do. We're good at pulling Michael Jackson when everything go bad. Then you want to jump on the Muslim train. But I don't know. You think she cool? You like her?
Who?
Black China.
I don't know her.
I don't mean it. I
heard of her. What does she do?
She is in the same profession as what's the girl Kanye West used to mess with, the bald head?
What profession is that?
That's the point I'm getting at. She's in the same profession as that.
What
profession?
The
same
profession?
If you Kim Kardashian. She's in the same profession.
If you can put him in
what's
that
the name?
category,
What's the name of the girl with the black? Amber Rose.
So what profession is that? You keep dodging. You keep dodging.
I'm getting. You gotta follow me. You gotta follow me. She's in the same profession as Paris Hilton. The same profession as you, just famous. Like you.
Paris Hilton come from money.
But Paris Hilton name
they got professions.
We're talking about her as
they do come from,
because Kim Kardashian come from money too.
But Black China come from money?
No, but they're in the same profession of they just are
so
famous for being famous.
From what? They did something. But what they do before they was famous? What was they doing?
I think she was a stripper too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's their profession.
I wasn't going that way. You ain't following me close enough. You kind of
jumped
on the train. I was saying that they got famous. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about that dude in a minute too. I want to say they got famous. I think these people are just who are famous for being famous.
No,
I don't know.
Ain't no such thing of famous just to be famous.
There are people who are famous after a while. They just become famous. You don't
still have to catapult.
She's no longer a stripper anymore. People
still catapult yourself from somewhere to be put in a situation.
So you think for the rest of her life, she's literally, unless she changes.
It's all
degree. No, if you said you catapulted yourself from that place, no matter what you did in your past that got you there, you are still really a product of that. No matter how far you come
product of your past?
Yeah. And as far as when you succeed, so no matter how good you do, even when you create a legitimate business, if your past is what catapulted you into that spotlight, then technically you are still of that, is what you're saying. Because you're saying
that's what you're saying.
No, that's what you said. She was a stripper.
She switched her career.
To what now?
So
what is Amber Rose now?
A media mogul.
That ain't how you apply for that? How do you get a job? It's like, you know what I want to go. I'm just asking. How do you?
What difference do it make to apply? Look at the money she making. Apply for what? Who?
I'm saying when you said she switched careers. How do you set up yourself to want to be in that position and say that's what I want to be?
Well, how do you set yourself?
Because if that's the case, everybody on Instagram, for that most part, who are these models, are aspiring to be that.
Instagram is orientation.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. So that's orientation to get into the club.
Mm-hmm.
How was I on?
Say we can. Let me see. Renee said we can make ourselves famous from doing nothing.
That's what they did.
Then watch me in 2017.
But that's
it ain't that they doing nothing. They made themselves popular. They become strippers. There's a lot of people that go to these clubs in these cities that the most people don't go to. But there's a lot of people on social media that goes and they see these people in these strip clubs. She may be the #1 chick in the strip club. So now when she get on Instagram and she get her followers up, now she got 2 million followers. That's how she became popular. Then you got these media giants that want to make money off of them, so they go grab that person because she has 1 million people following her. So if them people can get a dollar from 1 million people, that's $2 million off just like that. So it's a numbers game. Everything is based off popularity and numbers. It's simple math. The strippers know it, but everybody else can't see it.
The strippers know. We need
strippers know. All you gotta do is make yourself popular. You can become popular from anything. What if somebody was doing? What they said somebody was doing? I can't think. Yeah, make yourself popular in anything. You got guys in the streets, you know, they just got young guys want to be known as the shooter. Now everybody in the city know him as the shooter. That's 10,000 people know him as the shooter. Now he done made a rap song, The Shooter. He finna sell 10,000 CDs for $1.
Just because he's the shooter.
He the shooter. Oh, that's the shooter.
I think that's another part of being known for stuff. You got to be able to understand whatever you're known for. You got to take the responsibility behind it that comes with it. Also, but I think you got to understand that.
They should, but they don't.
It was cool. Just get into that. Oh, what just hit me? Denzel Washington. You think you get credit enough? I just seen him and I watched
Credit
so many
from who?
movies. Credit from of who he is in his class.
Credit
I remember
from
when he got what was that? An Oscar he got? Him and Holly? Did he?
So do he get credit from who?
From our community and from the mainstream media. Of how great he is. Because I watch Denzel Washington, in movies, and I forget every time I'm watching this dude.
He get it from us.
He get it from what?
He get
His acting
credit.
from what?
He gets credit from us. We give him his credit.
Do you think that's... Well, that's a question that I already know the answer to. But do you think that's right that when you say he get his credit from us? But it's the same thing with Will Smith. And Will Smith, they basically got backlash within that award. They got pushed back. How did you think that was? You know what I'm saying? Is he really getting the credit that's due?
Well, Felipe put followings matter nowadays. You can get 1 million people to buy a $5 product that doesn't work. If they never support you again, you still got 5 million.
So, in a sense, is use your following no matter what product is, get it in. Get it out.
Every product that you see on TV is sold off of people followings
Or popularity.
Popularity.
Okay, that's cool.
The football game, they know they got 10 million people watching the Super Bowl. Yeah, they gonna try to sell 10 people this commercial, this McDonald's. Try to get them to go get some Mickey D's after this game.
I don't think. Well, no.
Because of the following that in their
Okay, so now that we go into all that following. So what you think when people watch the news every day, and all they see is negative, negative, negative? What you think kind of following that's making them do? You got to think to play on brain. You know what I'm saying?
Everything playing on the brain. I mean, if you pay attention, not everybody, majority of people is doing something negative. You are what you eat. If you sit there and watch negativity all the time, that's what you're going to become. Those are the actions that's going to come out of you.
I wonder what would happen if they had a positivity channel.
Happen.
No, literally, a real channel.
Ain't gonna happen.
With there's nothing negative. There's no fighting, no beating, no nothing but negativity on that
Bill
one
Cosby.
channel. Bill Cosby tried it. You see what happened to him. He got 50 strippers that came back on him. Ain't never seen before.
Bill
And
Cosby.
his eye messed up, so he can't even remember if he seen that one before.
Bill Cosby.
That was a bad shot. What?
You know, if you want to catch positivity, you're not going to see it on mainstream. You got to go in the underground. Go on social. Just go on YouTube.
I don't. But you know what's funny about that? When you start looking up that, they hit that right side that start linking the ones that don't go up there and start catch your eye to start going over.
Okay, but you just got to be careful on what you looking for.
That's okay. That's cool.
It's all about what you put.
But I think a positive channel every day. If you have someone you can just PBS used to be there. I'll take that back. PBS used to be there. I think that was like the last bit of positivity.
Sesame Street still come on?
Mm-hmm.
That's positive, ain't it?
Yeah. But then they start infiltrating us with Teletubbies and stuff. Yeah, y'all remember Tinky Winky? Don't be trying to act like y'all remember that little purple one. You know what I'm saying? How you 2 years old talking about this a gay Teletubby? Think about that. Why would you put a gay Teletubby on a 2 to 3 year old show? I don't get that.
Guess what? It worked.
It worked, but they took it off. Society wasn't ready at that time.
It worked.
Who?
How many 2-year-olds that was watching Teletubbies grew up to be Teletubbies?
See, I think in a sense what that did is like pre-programming you.
Exactly.
It was already, yes, I mean, it was already programmed.
There's a lot of Teletubby babies growing up that's running around here.
Teletubby, that's a new word we done made on Shop Talk. Look, he a Teletubby. We don't say it just like that. He a Tinky Winky. Remember that? Hey, I love all y'all Tinky Winkies. We love all y'all. We just saying this. We know where we got grown from. But yeah, Tinky Winky. That's what's up. But no, back to Denzel Washington. Man, I just don't think he get credit like that. A lot of black actors.
We do give him the credit.
See, but okay, put it like this: when Tom Cruise do something, it ain't like white people like we give him credit. He get credit on all the levels. You know what I'm saying?
Do he get credit from us?
Tom Cruise, yeah.
He do?
Yeah, we put him in rap songs, all that type of stuff. He
talking about no damn Tom Cruise.
Kanye West. He jump all the time talking about he with Tom Cruise. Big Sean, a whole bunch of people talking. You know what I'm saying? We pulled them over, but I don't think we get pulled over the same way. But then again, I don't think
But
we
that's
emphasize ourselves.
but what you talking about now is the problem. Trying to get the
I ain't say try to get them. I'm saying
Who
how
cares?
we accept a certain way of people, and we
loving people.
That's what I mean. I guess that's a better way.
people.
We're loving people. So
Loving people.
whenever somebody doing good, we gonna reach out no matter what if we feel it.
We are loving
That's
people.
what I'm saying. But on other
Or
hand,
you want them to love you back like that?
I ain't saying love is back, but I think there should be a mutual
Oh,
respect between everybody.
He need love.
I think there should be a mutual respect, just like we got my Latino
But that's
people.
what's
They
wrong
doing
with people.
stuff
But
too.
that's what's wrong with people. Everybody want respect or
How's that wrong with respect? You don't
what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, respect. I don't think that's the right word. Everybody deserves respect.
Affirmation.
Affirmation.
I don't know. What that,
Quit worrying about getting that from people. Just make sure you're doing what you're supposed
I'm
to do.
talking about but if you're in that field, that's just like if you're in music.
That's the problem. Quit trying to fit in with them.
They ain't fit in with them.
It is. Who cares what they think?
So, okay, so that's
stop.
okay. Go
If
ahead,
you
go
know
ahead.
you put out a good movie,
Okay.
and it was a good movie, if they tell you it wasn't a good movie, then it wasn't a good movie.
That's
That's-
what I'm saying. But
that's what it sounds like you said.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm not to a degree.
So who cares?
Because
what
my
they
question
think?
is, if okay, say you one of the hottest basketball players in the world, but you never make it to the NBA. That's not our league. You never made it to that spotlight of what's considered the best league.
Okay.
There's people who are better than LeBron, but did not make that league
Well, why they ain't make the league?
because whoever didn't get them in there. So now, are you saying do that person still?
Well, they had
what
the
do you
wrong
say?
agent.
As long as you keep playing the game,
They had the wrong agent.
then
Better get the right agent.
you mean they had the right person who could sell out the best?
They ain't had the
In a
right
sense,
agent.
I guess.
They ain't had the right agent.
Okay.
He should have been making himself popular on his way up. You should have had the cameraman, watch him in high
should-
school. You should have had a whole bunch of tape.
He should have been basically playing basketball
He
with a
should have
stripper in
made
the
it
back
say-
with her posting on Instagram.
He should have been making himself.
So every time he dunking the ball, he got a stripper in the back.
If you-
twerk every time shit.
If you
That's
want
what
to
he's
be
doing.
on TV, you better make yourself popular.
If you want yourself on the Tizoo, unless you got Facebook Live, it worked. That worked. But I think what this do, being on Facebook Live, I think that becomes a problem too. I think that's going, in a sense, it's like when the rap game started, everybody was jumping on YouTube and nobody was really putting music on there. Then I'll give you a good example. Soulja Boy got picked up on there. Now everybody's on there, so it's so hard to find somebody. Now when you got that talent that was putting videos on there, like on YouTube, and they had them, and everybody was finding that. Now when everybody is making these getting lives, it's like it's saturated now. The content is going to be saturated.
You know what? I wouldn't say that. Either you live or you ain't. Don't.
That's a good quote. Either you live or you ain't.
Yeah,
We don't stop talk making.
Yeah, just
tinky
because
winky,
just
either
because
you live or you ain't.
Just because
Next-
you went live, don't make you live.
So next time you see somebody live and they only got 2 viewers, just put either you live or you ain't. Just like that. Either you
what
live.
they think matters if you write a book and they think it's a New York Times bestseller. You'll make millions even if the book isn't good.
So really, what he's saying is,
Smoking
if I'm
marijuana.
if I'm understanding correctly, what he's saying is, no matter how popular you are, if you got that right person behind you endorsing you, you're going to sell regardless how good it is.
Of course. So if you live,
You live.
hold on. If you live,
Yeah.
if you think you live, and you got you getting people behind you, if you live for real, and you smart, you might go pay that popular person that can give you that. Get your money up.
It's
I'll tell
almost
you
like
that.
if we open up a new club and the club is not necessarily projected to do a live, but we go find one of the biggest.
That's just like
all our
that's
savings
just like
and
if
buy it.
that's just like if we pay Denzel Washington to get on Shop Talk Live. You know how this gonna take off? You got some money? Look at you stuttering now. Look at
I got the money, but last time I checked, he want $20 million a movie. What you think he gonna want for an hour segment?
But you know what though?
What you think for an hour segment?
But I don't need that. I know this Shop Talk Live. I know it's live.
You know it's live.
I know it's live.
I think our viewers know it's live. Like, we get a lot of comments, so that's cool. But at the same time, I'm still trying to get a couple people down here. I don't talk.
And I say it's live because it's real and it's authentic. You can't see that's
Nah,
something,
but
that's
that's-
something different from most shows. Period.
Now, I will say this about our show. We have a lot of people have reached out to us trying to do other things, getting there, blah, blah, blah. But every time we reach out to us and they want us to take it to the next step, they always want us to change.
Well, who changed?
They don't say they want who to change. They want us to change, our show to change. But what I'm saying that when you get on that level, since we're talking about people getting to that level and that popularity, how much do you, I guess the better question is, how much do you think people really willing to keep their self? I was talking to Jay Black earlier. He said to us, he made it this way. He kept his shops and kept going because he stayed him.
Mm-hmm.
How many people, when they get to that level and it's time to switch over, you going to keep being you?
It depends on how much
How much money? Is that the question? Right?
Would you stop?
Go ahead.
It depends on how much money you got already and how much dignity and morals that you stand on within yourself.
I ain't got no money. So, and your morals ain't.
So what you gonna do?
So that's what I'm saying.
Not what you gonna do.
But who, me?
Yeah.
You see where I still, we still live, ain't we?
Oh, I can't wait somebody to offer some money. See, you gonna try to sell a show out.
Hey.
If y'all ever see Shop Talk
I got
Live,
a family to
if y'all
feed,
ever see Shop Talk Live and he ain't on there, y'all know what happened.
Depending on me.
Hey, know what happened.
Yeah, but no, yeah. So that's cool.
He ain't gonna be on here. You ain't gonna see him on Ellen.
Hey, be doing that Kanye West face, just sitting there when you talking to him. Yeah, nah. You switched up? Nah, I ain't gonna. I can't. I don't know. I'm from Detroit. I can't switch up like that.
He gonna be on a whole nother show.
We done tried. No, it's cool. We'll get there. We gonna get where we want to be. It's coming. I think that's another thing. Patience too. I think people rush to get where they want to be.
Yeah, because we come from a community of instant gratification.
We come from a community with Walmarts with spinning rims. Instead of really going to get them, you rush and get them spinning rims. That's our life.
And it does become very hard to turn down money when you don't have any.
I think that's the biggest. You think that's the biggest issue? Money?
Morals. Most people that do that, they was gonna do it anyway.
It's just about.
It's just that opportunity ain't came yet. A lot of people, what if you want to call it sell out, they do it on small levels. A lot of people do it on a day-to-day basis if you pay attention to the things that they do. So you already know what type of characteristics they got if they're going to do it or not. So it ain't even that, now all of a sudden he blew up, he a sellout. Nah, he been a sellout. He was going to do that. He did it in his mama house. He did that on the block. He did it at work. It don't take somebody to get $1 million to put in their face to change. If you got morals, that's like if you're a father in the house and you got morals in the house, and you let somebody come and change your morals, even if it's your wife, because of whatever you stick on, if that's what you believe in, and you stick to it.
So morals is the bigger thing.
Yeah,
we should just put some information up there. People gotta understand. All right. Well, I think I got a little bit off my chest, stuff that was on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Indigenous people, my peoples. Today. We got a good thing going on for y'all. It's a beautiful day. As always, y'all know it's a beautiful day. Shop Talk Live. They're going to be mad. I got a battery. I got a spare battery this time.
You got to have a lot of viewers to be live.
A lot of viewers to be live. I got a question, though. If they watch it afterwards, is that still live? If you know people go live and then they leave it up there, people watch it later. That still count? Or they got to be like, your followers got to tune in when you get on live. Like, that's how you know you live. Like, you can sit there like, I'm about to go live and people literally lining up to watch it. Or are you live if they like, man,
I guess it all depends on what you want to base the rules around.
Okay, cool. So that's cool. All right, well, today we have a special show today. Make sure y'all paying attention today. Hopefully y'all got a lot of info today. What do you want to talk about? You want to introduce our guest today? You want to introduce him?
Well, I guess I'll introduce him.
Go ahead.
He's a good friend of mine. Went to school together. We got many years in. That's my main man, Ryan G. Y'all know him from, doing comedy around here. Very funny guy. Got a lot to talk about. He got a lot of knowledge, info. Get these people, give them a different sense of vision in their life. So, with no further ado, I'm going to bring him on in there.
You want to go? Welcome to the shop. Man. Appreciate you, brother. What's up? Yeah. What's up, man? You chilling, man? You in the middle, man. How are you doing, man?
All right, how y'all doing?
We doing good. We just chilling in the shop. Beyond image, chilling. Feeling good.
Hey.
It feels good. They said it's like a
Phillips.
Yeah.
Bumps in it.
I'm about to holler at my boy, but like, you got to
We tired.
got on money seats over here.
Yeah.
Talk said it feel like a Ferrari.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
Alligators. Yeah, that's why y'all gotta come down here.
Two-tone.
Yeah.
Oscar, yes. He coming from back. Then he shouted out with the hand over his nigga. That's Oscar. You know what I'm saying? nigga, that's Oscar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks a lot.
How you feeling, man?
I'm all right.
I'm glad you can make it down, man.
Good. I'm
So,
glad I'm too naked.
How is it being a comedian? Is that your title? I want to make sure we get this right. What do you consider yourself?
You know what, man? I just, everybody would be like, you a comedian this. I say, I'm just blessed in the sense that God gave me the vision to be able to look at things that everybody else see and find the humor in.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can look at the same thing. I'ma just so happen to be able to find the humor in.
Okay.
So I just kind of look at it like that. I don't really get into the whole title as far as being a comedian or any of that. I feel like I'm just blessed to be able to look at things and see it in a different point of view than you might look at it and make people laugh at it when I express my point of view from seeing the same thing that they may have seen. You know, we all looking at the same thing. It's just points of view. You know, the perspective of it. So.
Yeah, the question: does that make it harder when somebody call you a comedian? Like it's almost like you a comedian, make me laugh. I'm just curious.
You know,
I mean, like you know what I'm saying. You a comedian. I'm expecting you to be funny right now. But
Right,
when you
right.
say nah, I just keep I keep a perspective that you may not understand, or just like no, like is that hard?
And in all fairness, I tell somebody like I'm not a comedian because a comedian is somebody that's all they do. You know, it's a whole lot of it's a lot of respect for a real comedian. A real comedian get on the road and that's all he does.
Right.
Like I had somebody tell me that before. Like you ain't a comedian until that's all you do. That's what you pay all your bills with. That's what you do. And if you're not doing that, you're not a comedian. It's guys out here, man. I done work with some cats that's all they do, and it's like win, lose, or draw. If that ain't feeding, if that ain't paying the bills, then the bills gonna be short because that's all they do. So like I said, I just look at myself as I just try to make people laugh, man. That's all I do, man. I just like to express my point of view on the same situations that we all see, and people just seem to find it funny.
Right.
And it's cool to make people laugh in the world of all this bull we go through. To be able to make people laugh, man. One thing I say is when you laugh and you're not thinking about your problems. Like when the last time you laughed and thought about your problems? So for me to be able to hop on stage or wherever and make people laugh, then that group of people that you in front of in that moment aren't thinking about their problems. And for real, for me, outside of any kind of money, outside of any kind of fame, outside of any kind of notoriety, that's what I love to do, is to make people forget about what they going through, because no matter how big or how small, we all going through something.
So you therapy for people.
And for me as well,
Yeah.
to make people laugh makes me feel good. It makes me, some of my best shows been when I got stuff going on. Like real stuff going on, and when I can hop on that stage and forget about my problems, and at the same time make people laugh, and they forgetting about their problems, it's a win-win situation. I done actually walked off stages and forgot to go get my money.
That's
real.
That's a good
Now that wasn't funny.
Yeah, because my wife be like, hey, go get that money real quick, for real.
Got a question with that. Most comedians, but we're not gonna put that title, but most people who have that different perspective usually come from a darker. What I'm saying, it's something a little bit more darker about them. Would you categorize? Would you put that as saying true also? Would you say like most people you meet, when you really meet a real a person on the road comedian, when they really talk to you, they really got some stuff going on with them, but they really just can see something different.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of comedy comes from a dark place. I've been blessed over the years that, just being totally honest, my life has been, for the most part, easy. Only until recently have I really experienced some things going on in my life that are extremely serious and painful. And, when all this is over with, I'll be pulling from that dark place to make people laugh, because unfortunately the situation I happen to have going on in my life right now is a situation that a lot of people are going through, and I want to be able to, in due time, pull from the pain and the struggles that I'm going through and make people laugh. I was just talking to Talk earlier, man. I just, I come from strong backgrounds, and I refuse to let, and I encourage anybody that's watching this, like, I refuse to let any of the, we can cuss on here.
You say whatever you want, yeah.
I refuse to let any of the
Hello, Jay,
bullshit.
can we cuss in the shop today?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, Jay.
I mean, he is on ostrich skin.
Hold on. I wish the camera could turn over here. He got a no profanity sign. It costs you $1. Hold on.
Oh,
Right there.
He got the cuss bucket in his every curse word, compound curses, and $2.
Compound. This
What?
up.
So since he said we ain't got to pay, fuck that shit. Wait, get these freebies out.
my thing is, man, no matter what bullshit life tosses me, man, I refuse to let it break me or break my sense of humor. That's just a part of living, man. Talking to Talk earlier, I was reading something in the book, and it's like the 50th law of power, and it says that the things that happen to you in life are are not good or bad. what makes them good is bad is your perception of the things that happen to you. You know, I just refuse to let life break me, man.
Right.
Period, point blank. Like, I refuse to let life break me because no matter how bad I got it or how bad you got it or how bad Talk got it, somebody got it worse.
Right.
You know? So,
I think a lot of people don't look at it that way.
They don't. They don't. You know, everybody likes to get into the "oh, woe is me" type thing, and we sitting in here right now. You know, I done had times, man, where I might be out shining like a diamond and got $10 in my pocket. You know, but I got a car I can drive, and I got gas in that car, and I got a check that's coming this next Friday because I've been at work. I might not feel like I'm making what I'm supposed to make, but I got a check coming, and there's people out here, man, that ain't got nothing, and they still smile. So, you know.
But that says a lot about us as a people. I think, like we were talking about earlier, we're so worried about following the next person or watching the next person that we don't understand the blessings we truly got and the talents that we truly got because we're so worried about, I'm not with this, I'm not that. Keeping up with, was it Jonases or Joneses? I never understood that. Joneses, all right. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's I think that's really what it is. But when it comes down to, the reason I want to talk to you about the dark side of comedy because a lot of great comedians, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, a lot of them. Even if you want to go, I just lost his name. What's the one white guy? Mrs. Doubtfire, keep going. Y'all know Jumanji, Robin Harris. Yeah, Robin. You go to Robin Harris and Robin Williams. All of it is, but those are great comedians. But then you switch it to somebody like Bill Bellamy, who's, you know what I'm saying, a little bit happier comedian. He said it himself. He doesn't have that pain. Do you think that makes it more intense, or do the pain make it more intense, or you think it's just a different perspective that they have?
Definitely just a different perspective. Just a different perspective, man. You know, it's.
I think it's just what they relate to.
Is that one of those? It's almost like it's like music. Like
because a lot
you
of
just
people
relate to that.
As if I was, or like me doing music. People will relate to my music if they go through some of the things that I go through. So when I talk about it, they, that's my guy. That's what they gonna say. That's my favorite rapper, or that's the rapper I like. But it's opinionated about what you go through. And some comedians, like like how you get on Kevin Hart, that you say he doesn't have any substance.
Nah, he don't. But go ahead.
But some people, if people don't have too much substance in their life, then they are going to like Kevin Hart.
Now, Cat Williams. Quick question, Bobby. Where are you from, first off? Where are you from? Cincinnati?
I'm from Cincinnati.
You kind of biased. But I'll let you shoot anyway.
Yeah.
Cat Williams, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin.
I say Cat Williams, but
How you putting this guy on stage, man?
I'm saying like it's a respect thing for me, and my thing is I look at Cat Williams from Cincinnati.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Even if I didn't think Kevin Hart was funny, I would still say Kevin Hart because I don't have respect from somebody that's from our city that don't put our city on.
Why you say that? He talked about us a decent amount.
It's cool to talk about it, but who you putting on?
Oh, you mean he hasn't came back?
Who you putting on from the city?
He hit the other end of the seesaw and shot somebody over.
Right. You can go to Cali and talk about I'm from Cincinnati.
Right.
But if you ain't putting nobody from Cincinnati on, and there's a whole lot of cats that's funny in this city.
Right, like basically he's saying, if we do a show, get a Cincinnati guy to, open up or whatever, whatnot.
Yeah.
Who's Gary Owens? Did he do that? He's from here too.
I opened up for him before.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's a better comparison. Okay.
Gary called for me to go to L.A., so we're gonna have to leave the white guy alone.
All right, well,
that's my guy.
But he from here. He's really from here, right?
Yeah.
Too? Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave him alone just because. Stop talking in the barbershop. Look, we ain't gonna say nothing negative about the dude though. But with that being said, Gary Owens or Cat Williams, two Cincinnati people, and don't say because he brought people out. I just want to say that realness, what you feel.
I think I would say Cat Williams, and the reason I would say Cat Williams because he's unfiltered. The thing what you seen him do, you done seen him at the top, and you done seen him at the top of the top doing his thing, and then seen him getting beat up in the schoolyard by a kid. You know what I'm saying?
And
whether you like it or not, whether you like it or you don't like it, he giving you his life. No chaser.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't do nothing but respect.
That's why I think
he's making mistakes in front of your face, and ain't none of us perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to be able to make them mistakes and then turn around and joke about the mistakes he made, that's some real shit.
But that's the same thing you said, that pain, being able to go through that pain on stage and really, even though somebody else done got jumped by a little kid in an audience and they ain't gonna say nothing about that, but somebody else done did that too.
Man, if he make it all the way back to the top after he got beat up by that little boy, he's the man. He's the man.
Yeah.
If you can bounce back from that. He's the man.
Oh man,
Real.
somebody did a side by side with him getting choked by that little boy in the Love and Basketball.
Hey, Mike Epps
Well,
was,
Omar.
hey, Mike Epps was talking about it. He was like, man, if Cat Williams found out about this, I'm going to have to be riding around with that little boy.
It's cool. But yeah, no, I think he's one of the funnier people. But to me, I think I think it's realness. Because what you said out of everything you just said, it was how the realness, how authentic he was, and that's what made him better. And that's why I think when you go back to Eddie Murphy and all them, it's an authentic feel to it. Is that part of your when you gonna see? Because I've not personally had the chance to see you on stage. What will somebody get from you? What will they pull from you?
Realness.
Real.
You know, when I was cheating on my wife, the whole nine, like everything I go through, I got one of my things. I put my life on the stage because no matter how fucked up it may be, I'm gonna owe about $20 when I leave here. But no matter how fucked up it be, you know what I'm saying. People can relate to it, and if you're not really giving people the real, like you ain't help like that shit ain't just to make people laugh, man. You're supposed to be up there on stage trying to help people. And if you ain't trying to talk about something because it's an uncomfortable situation in your life, then you ain't helping somebody else that's going through it. Like I remember times in my life
You're
that
a
I
real
was
comedian.
Yeah, times in my life I was going through shit and I really wouldn't want to talk about it because wasn't nobody else talking about it. So I'd be like, damn, I feel like I'm like the only person like me. I'm the only one going through this, so I can't talk about this. But then when you get to a point where you see somebody else talking about it, it's like it gives you. It empowers other people. Like, damn, he like me. I'm going through something like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dealing with that, and it empowers somebody else. Like showing your vulnerable side empowers somebody else, and then doing that empowers somebody else, and then empowers somebody else. Because just this whole life period is like life ain't even about us. It's much bigger than just us. Like your life ain't even about you.
Right? And a lot of the best substance is when you're vulnerable.
Yeah,
Vulnerability.
Definitely.
You got to be willing. You know, like with the music. You know, when you tell them rap stories, them rap songs, be vulnerable with them conversations.
Look at Drake.
Yeah. Sweet.
Crying and all that, and then he and they can't touch this dude.
Nah.
And they're just like when Keith Sweat was singing.
I can't. That's it. You don't lost me there. Everything was like we like, yeah, I'm walking with you. I just walked over.
Drake got him.
Drake has that popularity behind him. I don't know. He's not as hot as that. I don't care what nobody says. Drake ain't that hot. He talking about somebody, but he talking about stuff that other people, for I guess you could say right now, may not be talking about. But to me, he's not authentic. I don't see him as authentic.
Basically, he's talking about sensitive subjects. Period. Whether they're his stories or not, he's still talking about sensitive subjects.
But when you go into, but like you said, when you go into an artist, when you listen to a comedian, you want to.
Hold on.
To give it to you.
Hold on. So what makes Drake not authentic?
Man, dude ain't been through that stuff. He done said himself. So now Jimmy in the wheelchair done got shot up 15 times in the club and all that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, little Jimmy in the wheelchair.
Cool.
Yeah.
The
He
way
gang banging up. Go ahead.
The way you thinking right there is part of the problem with these kids.
No, it's
Hold
not.
up.
That's not a problem.
Yes, it is. Because the whole point is that prevents them from being able to decipher the difference between entertainment and reality. That's the problem. Hold on. These rappers are artists. They don't have to be who they say in their music. But when you make statements like that, you make people think that you have to be that.
It's not that you have to be that because we say this
You
all the
just
time.
said Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
So he got to be trained.
That's his job. That's different. That's his job. Okay, even with the music. You say
that ain't their job.
So why what's his name? Why who's the guy who can't take over Jeezy's spot? What's the guy we always talk about? The guy who can't take over Jeezy's spot.
From Tennessee.
Funny Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
Why can't he take over Jeezy's spot?
Because he can't rap about dope better than Jeezy.
But Jeezy ain't doing it right now.
Because he can't rap about dope better than Jeezy.
It ain't about rapping better. Jeezy make you feel like he really done it.
So you saying he didn't? So you saying he didn't?
I ain't saying he didn't. I said how it feels.
But let me also say this: don't try to copy somebody's style and can't do it better than them and expect to.
I ain't say he copied his style. I'm just saying
that's basically the problem. Tell me what the problem is. Yo Gotti did very well when he just made that. What's the song he just made? The last hit.
What?
Going down in the DM.
Going down in the DM.
Hold on. I guarantee that's the biggest hit he done ever made in his life. It ain't had nothing to do with no drug dealing, no nothing. That was his lane. That's something that works for him. And if he stick to that, he will continue to have success. If he go back trying to talk about dope and all that, trying to outdo Jeezy, and Jeezy just dropped that 103 and got the streets going crazy, he gonna run into a brick wall and it'll be the end of his career.
So my point is, even though they probably did the same thing, I don't know their history. I ain't lived with them. I'm just saying they probably did the same thing. the way it feels when it comes from Jeezy is more authentic. That's what I'm saying.
But do you know? Hold on. What if
I'm
Jeezy?
saying-
Hold on, but Jeezy might not live his life so dope. You don't know. You wasn't in that.
We talking about the feel.
Exactly.
Talking about the
That's
feel
what
of
I'm talking about.
how authentic it is.
That comes how good is your craft.
Or they
Or
come
you-
from
or
good
you
on you
good.
at acting.
Or yeah, exactly. Not telling the truth or you
But
good at acting.
real people can feel when you bullshit. Real people can feel like you ain't real. People can feel that.
Okay.
I think that when somebody
So
really
why Drake sell so many units? Why so many people like him?
because he got the whole Jewish department behind him. They all he got the whole department behind him. He got Bronson and all.
So
them
you
dudes.
saying regardless on how it's created?
It's designed for him
So
to win.
you're saying no matter how it's created, you telling me whether it's good music or bad music, it don't sound.
It don't matter.
Ain't catchy. It don't get into you.
They
It don't make the woman get warm and fuzzy.
It's if your mental is not there, yeah. So what you thinking about this? What you think?
These seats labbed in a motherfucker. I got to get my nails haircut at one of these. I'm sitting over y'all arguing. I'm sitting here like, these motherfuckers are insane, bruh. God damn. I don't know, man. I just, even like in the comedy shit, there's certain things that I've talked about, and I talk about it like it's an experience that I've dealt with, but it's not. It's an experience of somebody that's closest to me. Some of my funniest jokes are experiences that I've sat there and I've had a conversation with somebody who I know, and I'll take that and put a spin on it and take it on stage and use it as my own personal experience. And people like them some of my best jokes. You know what I mean? So I think it really does all boil down to entertainment for real, and how you project it. Like some people, it's. I was telling Top, man, I'm from Silverton. I'm from Cincinnati. I'm from Silverton. I'm from 2 miles south of Kenwood. Like I'm down there from the mall. You know what I'm saying? But the city fuck with me because I be me and I don't try to be nobody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's just like. As long as I think the separation comes where if you on stage and you doing what you do, but as long as when you hopping off that stage, you letting it know that what you do on stage or what you doing in that studio is your entertainment, but that's not you.
Hey, hold on.
That's the point I'm making.
But it's like a joke. You can tell the same joke that's a true joke, but if you don't say it right, it ain't gonna be funny.
So, like you said, if you're not when you get off that stage, when you're not.
If you don't know how to tell a joke, man, it ain't gonna work.
But like Spice One, remember Spice One? Every song he killed like 15 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But he was the hottest rapper back in the day. But it's like there's no way you can be who you saying you is, nigga. You wouldn't be at the show. You'd be locked up. So I think that's the difference in the generation now and the generation of us back then is we was able to listen to that shit, but it was entertainment. Whereas these cats nowadays, they think that if you not living what you saying, then you ain't quote unquote no real nigga.
Right.
See, I try to get all the cuss words out.
Nah, yeah.
Hey, I owe you about $15.
Still keep the tab. I don't know. To me, I think it's authentic. I like to hear, like, okay, and I think you're right. It is about the performance and delivery too. Because Michael Jackson probably ain't mean everything he sing, everything he sung.
Usher
probably didn't. Usher didn't write all his stuff.
That Confessions album was about Jermaine Dupri.
Well, who else wrote something on that? Well, there's a lot of people wrote on it. But the point is,
Usher sung the hell out of it.
That was fire.
What?
That's
One of my
all
favorite
CD.
albums, period.
Ever.
I don't care who wrote it.
That CD was fire.
I think it depends on the department too.
I couldn't enjoy it because I was going through the
Huh?
experience.
Yeah, and them stories was about Jermaine.
Really?
Yeah, it's not about Usher, didn't it?
Nah, I mean, yeah.
Usher did a good job, man. That's a good artist. That's an artist, man.
Yeah.
Perfect your
I
craft.
turned up.
Yeah.
Usher, I don't know. Y'all tripping now. Y'all, I'm on this side. Who all out there on my side? I think you gotta be real. I feel like that person gotta be who they are. If not, they gotta be able to decipher and let you know that.
So why you don't say that about actors? Why rappers gotta do
Because that's a
Why
job.
rappers
That's an actual job.
This guy is losing me.
Rapping is a job, true. But at the same time, you're talking about what you used to do. So if you tell me,
Let me explain something.
So no. Let me
All
finish.
around the board, every occupation is a business.
Okay,
and
so
it's an entertainment business.
Okay.
It's not a credibility career.
It used to be, but it
When?
ain't anymore. It was supposed to be that way.
Who says who?
That's how it was designed for you to believe that.
And who designed it and said it had to be
The
like
same
that?
people who got Drake feeling like he the man on the
He
world
is the man of the world.
because the people designed. So you telling me Drake is hotter than?
That's an opinionated question.
So then none of we talking about is real because you can't.
Drake,
Drake.
from the looks of things, Drake got the right connection. He's a better entertainer.
Hey, look.
Go ahead.
Remember back in the day, Special Ed, the rapper Special Ed.
I don't think he ain't old enough.
No,
I'm the back in this.
Anyway, this is back in the day. This is when hip hop was first started, and he was like, he had that verse where he was saying something. He like, I got a dog with a solid gold bone. And what? And it's like, you ain't got no dog with no solid gold bone.
And that line right there, but that line right
was
there,
fire.
what?
It's just
So you telling me you got this guy who ain't never did nothing, never shot nothing, never sold nothing, never did none of that. But you got the hottest writers behind him. You gonna fall into that's what I'm getting. You will fall into knowing like I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in. That's what I'm saying. Like I know you just told me you just came from this.
When people like you won't allow.
I like how you slid that. People
No.
like you. I like how you slid that. Go ahead.
Won't allow the separation of entertainment and reality. You have these problems.
I'm not saying don't allow the separation, but if we're going to have people believe in this, then if you're going to portray this and this is the market that you're in, then you can't keep sitting here, people don't know how to decipher it, when the people who are displaying it are not deciphering it.
Denzel.
Yeah.
But
his title
Go
is an
ahead,
actor.
though.
No, his title is an actor.
Who?
As a rapper, your title is
a rapper.
Is not an actor. Is an entertainer.
What do you think a rapper is?
Is an entertainer, not an actor.
What is a rapper?
An entertainer, not an actor.
What does an actor do?
What is an actor?
What do
You know
mean?
the actor and the rapper is the same thing?
If that's the case, everybody's the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
You
You're not following me. You
Hold
can't
on,
follow me. Go
let me
ahead.
break
Go
it down.
ahead.
Let me break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
Music. We're going to go music.
Okay.
When you check how the whole process go of a rapper, how they get paid, where they get their money from, what their duties are, they duties are to perform these songs.
Mm-hmm.
When you writing up contracts to get paid, you get this performance contracts.
Okay.
So it ain't about writers. The writer get paid for writing.
Mm-hmm.
The rapper, he get paid for rapping, acting like a script.
Okay.
So when you get a contract, you don't call no shots. I don't care what you said, what was real. They're gonna tell you what to wear, what to dress, where to go, what to do, all of that.
Okay.
Because it ain't got nothing to do with did he really sell dope. They don't care nothing about that.
True statement. Okay, so if everything what you said is true, how do you get mad and complain when Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi, and all them out, and people saying how these guys keep getting on these covers and stuff? How do you get mad at that?
Why do you get mad?
That's the point I'm making.
No, who mad?
Who's believing that? Like when they say these are the hottest rappers out, when you hear that, that's what I'm going.
If the media put them on the main screen,
So if the media put Drake on there, then what? No matter if you don't believe it or not, he's not believable. Who his character, his personality is, you just believe because the media put him there.
Who, you?
I don't believe it. I don't like dude. But I'm just saying.
So you said the kids believe it, or
Yeah,
the rest of the people?
because they see it every day.
Or because nobody wants to tell explain the difference between entertainment and reality.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, so it ain't the rappers, man.
So that's what I'm saying. It's
But they have a personal responsibility for what they put out and how that affects people.
Well, that's all.
But we're gonna get back to the comedy.
No.
How long you say you been doing comedy?
Yeah, that was a little too deep. That was deep.
I look at it, I say all my life, man, for real. I was a skinny kid back in the day. You remember that? Motherfucker want a cap, so I had to learn how to cap back quick.
When did it start?
Ever since I can remember, man, I always been the class clown for real. And how it got into being on the stage is I used to just watch. I would YouTube comedy. Like I would watch specials and buy all the DVDs, and I used to just look like that ain't nothing I can't do. Like that ain't hard. Like they just talking about shit that's funny to them and putting a little spin on it and this and that. And I was like, that ain't hard. And I had a friend of mine sign me up for open mic night at Go Bananas Comedy Club, and I had about 350 people show up. And I did 5 minutes of comedy. It's on YouTube, and I got a standing ovation. I've been hooked ever since, man.
Was that your first show?
That was my first show.
So you said 350 people showed up. 350 showed up for you, or 350 was like your audience?
You know what? I probably was like 200 of that 350. So then my next thing was like, okay, that's cool. Let me get out in front of some people that don't know me.
Right.
And the next show I did, shouts out to Judy Brown, I did a thing called Wild Out Wednesday down at the Funny Bone, and it was probably 400 people. And I turned up down there too. Like I ain't get a standing ovation because it was black folk. You know, they going ham. But everybody was clapping. They was hyped up like he did his thing. So yeah, I've been hooked ever since, man.
So the start of your comedy career, was it one of those moments somebody just capped on you real bad and you said enough was enough? Like how did that?
I just always like a motherfucker want to cap on me. Like let's get it. Like I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get it. I told him I couldn't really hoop, I couldn't play no football, but I cut your ass up for real. I was good at it, so it was like, you know, that was my thing. Like I wanted to cap on the motherfucker till they wanted to fight. Like that's when I knew, like, okay, yeah, you got it. Like,
So you ain't hoop at all? Like did you
I
cap while
tried
you was hooping?
I had the J's on and the Jordan outfit. I looked like I could hoop real good.
You look good. You
But when it came
should
down to the pick, I was like the last cat on the court. Like,
With a
I
brand
don't
new
give me
outfit?
him.
man, what?
So you just roasted everybody on the court.
Y'all
What?
can't hoop neither.
I got a question with that. Did you have somebody that inspired you to do that? I'm saying comedy also. You know, you may have that uncle that you just picked up something from.
Nah, man. My pops, man. Like that's one thing. Like my dad, like my household that I grew up in. My dad and my mom, we always, like I say the difference. Like, and no I'm not racist or none of that. But one of the differences is like in white and black households. Like, let's say you got a deformity or some shit in the white household. That's something that people don't talk about, or it's like, oh, don't say that about him. But in the kind of household I came up in, it's like your deformity or whatever the fuck was wrong with you will fuck around and be your nickname.
Right.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we gonna laugh.
Little
at
nose.
the shit. Exactly. We gonna laugh at the shit that ain't funny and find the humor in the shit. And then doing that, like, people don't realize, like, when you do that kind of shit, like, you know, other cultures will look at that like, shit, that's cruel. But I look at this shit like, you ain't doing nothing but empowering a motherfucker.
You building that self-esteem.
You building that self-esteem. Like, so what? Like, I tell people, everybody got something about them they don't like.
Right.
Everybody do. So embrace what you don't like, because the thing about you that you don't like, another motherfucker love it. You know what I'm saying? I like females with a gap in their teeth.
Right.
I love that shit. That shit's sexy. But a female that's like Keisha Cole, I was mad when she got her teeth fixed, you know? So it's just like, embrace what you don't like about you, because there's somebody out there that really love that about you. So it's just, you know, it's just different mindsets about stuff, man, as far as,
I think that's a good point.
yeah, it's just different mindsets about stuff, man. I grew up in a household where comedy was all over, you know? Comedy, you know, even when...
So you was the Serena Williams in a sense.
To
Michael
an
Jordan, you know, the family grooming you already before you know
it
it.
was little, yeah.
So was you the type of, did you cap on your parents, cap on your mom?
Behind their back, you get your ass whipped. Get your ass whipped talking about them in the front. You know?
I think that's something that you just said is important. A lot of people, when we get our kids, we don't catch them talents and groom them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's good. Like when you see like your child got that, it's almost like just let them go. You know what I'm saying? When you got the producer that wanted that music, just let them go. Like Jay-Z mom said on the album, she bought him a radio set just to let him, you know what I'm saying? That's how she felt close to him. But it was a sense of building up. And that's why I said about Serena Williams. Dad was already pushing it, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, getting that talent while you're young, because you never know how much you're going to make it grow. And like I said, that came from you also. So that's just a lesson for y'all out there. When y'all see y'all kids doing something, you see them really attached to something, push it, home in on it, like actually build them. Don't just, you know what I'm saying? It may be irritating, but at the same time, that irritation may turn into something big, and you never know when you're pushing it away. So, that's
Yeah, a lot of kids get pushed away from their natural gifts and talents.
Even when they don't, even it like, because I used to be like, man, why my kids want to take karate? Like, man, these kids ain't about to be no ninjas or nothing when they grow up. Mama, like, make sure that you pushing these kids, and even if it ain't something that they hone into as far as that being a craft, it teaches them social skills. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It teaches them how to adapt in different scenarios. They meeting different kind of people that don't look like them, and it just helps them to be well-rounded people. So it's like a win-win situation. You really can't lose when you're supporting your kids on any level as to what they may be trying to do. You know, you never know how far it's gonna go, but then at the same time, if it don't go far, you still, you know,
you get tried.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a question. Your first that first stage performance, butterflies. Did you get butterflies?
None. I've been to shows, man. I remember I was on a show in Dayton. It's so crazy. I was in Dayton. The performers was from Dayton, and they booed the first 7 people. And I was turned, ready.
Right.
Let me go. You know, it's all manipulation for real. It's all manipulation. My first joke when I get up there was something like, if y'all want to make some money, if y'all want your money back for this week-ass show, boom, everybody yelling, screaming, laughing. Now I got them on my team. Now I'm going to get into my jokes, and I tore it down. It's all about how, you got to, strategy, you got to look at it, you got to peep, you know, what are they doing wrong that I can do right? How can I manipulate this situation to make it work for me? I was always turned up when I would go to a show and see people get booed. I'd be like, when we was doing Judy Brown Wild Out Wednesday show and you see 2-3 people get booed, I'm like, please put me up next.
Right.
Like, please, I want to be the icebreaker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is with the jokes is, once you put certain jokes together and you're doing these jokes in different places, you know what's going to work. So it's kind of like, I ain't got to get up here and think this joke gonna work. It done worked too many places before. It's gonna work. So put me up there and let me be the one to break the ice. And when you be the first one to make people laugh out of a crowd of people that wasn't making them laugh, now they ready to laugh, and it's going down.
Your comedy. Do you think you have a universal style of comedy? Like you can do the white clubs. Some people get caught in just one genre of comedy, so it kind of stagnates your level of,
I say my first experience with that was I was doing shows at the Funny Bone, mostly all urban shows, and they booked me on the show. I can't think of the dude's name, man, but he was like a writer for Saturday. He was one of the writers for Saturday Night Live, and I remember I would try to research these cats. And I remember watching Saturday Night Live, and the credits flew up after the show, and it had like him and 2 other writers. I'm thinking, like, oh, he one of the writers. It's probably like 15, 20. Right. Now he was one of 3. I'm like, wow, I gotta get up here and do this show with this cat. So I was hosting for him. You get up and you do the first like 15 minutes of the show to introduce him, and then in between the other acts, you get up and do some jokes in between. And that first night I went up there, I was compromising my jokes because I remember it was all Caucasian. It was 400, 450 all white folk, and like 3 Arabic people, and one of my jokes had something to do with Arabic people. And I'm like, and what's so crazy? It was like 4 black people, and they messed around and got rowdy and got put out before the show started. I'm like, oh God, I ain't got nobody here, right? Nobody. So I got up there that first show. And certain words I would use, like I don't do vulgar comedy, but it's how we talk sometimes. Right. They got some cussing in it, and I was compromising certain words, and they was laughing. But when I hopped off stage, my dude, shouts out to my dude Dusty Lewis, man, he doing this thing, Memphis, Cali, Florida. Check him out. Go Googling. That's my man. Like he's a comedian. That's what he do. Dusty Lewis. Dusty Lewis. Only black dude. When you pop up Dusty on Facebook, it's the only black dude gonna pop up. Like this cat, he's a comedian. He ain't doing nothing if it ain't comedy. Period. He told me like, bro, what is you doing? Right. Like you compromise this, man. Do you, bro? Like do you? Like don't get up there acting like somebody else. Do you? In that next show, because we had 2 shows that particular night, I went up there and I did me, and they loved it.
Same 400. Well.
Yeah,
another set of 400 white people.
Another set of 400 white people. I hopped up there and did it, and they was weak. And I started getting inboxes, and people stopped me. That's when I started getting into the merchandising. Like, let me get some DVDs together. Because they was buying them, and I'm getting people that was hitting me up in my inbox like, yeah, man, I'm a white dude. I'm all the way from the sticks in Kentucky, and you was hilarious. And it's like, for real, you think in your mind that we don't laugh at the same things, and we really do. And a lot of the things that I like to joke about are the controversial type things. I like to joke about the stuff that people don't say, but we all thinking. Right. And you really bring people together by bringing up stuff that people want to. Like I got a joke and they bring up the situation about Trayvon Martin and how I got to thinking about how what made them consider him suspicious look, right? And how it's a suspicious look for every group of people except for a white male. But most of the people that's white, that's committing crimes, white males, are in business suits. Right. Mm-hmm. But you don't look at them as being criminal. It's criminal. But they the most ones. So, I got a joke that goes into that, and it's like, at the beginning of the joke, it makes the white people uncomfortable, and I joke about how they uncomfortable. Like, it's going to be funny, it's cool, and they get weak. And then when they, at the end of that joke, I've had people come and tell me, like, man, that really makes sense. Right. Like, that makes sense. You really joking about some shit that we all thinking about, but nobody says it. But when you put it on the forefront, it brings people together.
And it's really another form of conquering fears.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the times I got up on stage to tell that. That was one of the jokes I had to tell that first night when I was in front of that all Caucasian crowd. Like, man, should I tell this joke? And even when I told it and didn't tell it the way that I wanted to tell it, I saw it break the ice. So the next time I told it in front of that same type all-white crowd, they was like, and I got so much props from it. Like, man, you really funny for real. Like, you hilarious for real. So
is that cool? Do you think a lot of comedians do that? Compromise themselves? Mm-hmm. Even mainstream.
Definitely.
Because I see a lot of people. I'm not really into Ricky Smiley, but he always said on his radio show, when you see him in the club, he really gonna let loose.
Yeah.
Is that sponsorship also? You know what I'm saying?
Sponsorship. That's they scared of losing their rank or as to where they at. You know, I come from nothing, so I ain't worried about not having nothing, because I'm always be able to make something shake, and it don't pay my bills. Like, comedy has never paid my bills, so I love the freedom of being able to get up there and talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, because at the end of the day, this ain't paying my bills. It's just something extra. Like, wifey get half of the comedy money out top. Out top. I do a show, they hadn't heard of money. I'm like, damn. They hadn't heard of cash. Like,
baby, can I get my cut?
can I get half? Well, you know the phone bill due this week. You know, you borrowed 40 from me earlier. It's like, you know what? Go ahead. But you know, it's just that's one of the things that I love about being an amateur comedian per se, is I get to do what I want to do, because I don't have nobody above me to tell me what I can and what I can't do. So I get to really just talk about whatever I want to. There's no restrictions. Nobody telling me you can't do this, you can't do that. I have been denied certain shows and told that I was too funny.
Well, pause. Go back.
It's politics in the game. Like, if you have comedians who don't want somebody to be funnier than them.
Oh, okay. Now I get you. So you don't
You know
went to
what
a
I
show.
mean?
I ain't gonna say no names. What you say? Who was? Nah, I ain't gonna say no names. But therefore, you go to the show for people who not hearing, understanding. And let me make sure I'm hearing it right first. You went to the show, try to sign up for it. You got a certain headliner, but they feeling like, nah, you might take over.
Nah, deeper than that. I was booked on a show of somebody very.
Pause. I already booked. I just want to make sure we get emphasis. I already booked.
I was already booked. I was already set up to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because when they come to the Funny Bone, that's how it goes. It's 2 shows Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday. I was already booked for the weekend. I hopped up there Thursday night, murdered it, got off the stage.
Was that person there?
That it was there.
Yeah, okay.
Got off the stage, they told me, like, oh, no, he said he cool. We got you for the, it's cool. You ain't got to do nothing for the rest of the
They still paid you for the thing?
And paid me. Yeah. Definitely, because I don't need, just shouts out to anybody that's doing anything, get a contract. I don't do nothing without a contract.
So with that being said,
contract.
Nothing.
With that being said, you said that they already paid you.
Mm-hmm.
You was that good that they just said you knew what it really was. Did they say that to you? Pause.
Now, this is my thing. The audience was cracking up laughing, weak, and they was like, oh, no, it's cool. He just said he going to use his man. Why else would you?
But that's what I'm saying. But they never said to you that.
No.
But at the same time, but what does that say to you with your talents? Like, they still, even though you said you had a contract, they still already knew, like, nah, we take care of you. Like, what did that mean to you in your head as doing what you're doing?
It's
because that's something big to say. Like
it's
cool.
cool.
Funny.
It's cool. You know, and I did a show, man, with Tony Rock, man, one of the best shows in my life, man. I did a show with Tony Rock at the Funny Bone, and his man, I can't think his name right now. Tony Rock called 3 Niggas in a Row show, man, and we murdered it. Like, murdered it to the point, after the show, Tony Rock went to nephew was with me, no security. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that was, yeah, like, man, you tore it down.
Right.
And and the fact that when he comes back to town, me and my wife chill with him, and he, like, man, I remember that night,
right.
You killed him. You know, and he said it, like, you know, it's people out here in the game, they don't want nobody funnier than them getting up on that stage, and that's just what it is. But you know, a lot of these comedians, they scared to it because it makes them have to step to another level.
But most of this is probably written, so a lot of people don't freestyle, I'm assuming.
Oh no.
So even when you think they freestyle, all this is already hit.
You know, a lot of shows I do, it's like you tell certain jokes and you tell them over and over again in different cities and all that kind of stuff, or we're in different spots. So it's like you might freestyle your night, but it's still you freestyling your format, not the joke.
Because the energy, I'm guessing.
Right, and it's always ad-lib type stuff. Like I did a show at the Funny Bone one time, and this drunk white lady hopped up on stage with me, and instead of making them take her off the stage, I got her a seat to sit up on the stage, and I played my jokes off the fact that she was on stage with me. So that really just kind of comes down to the order. Like if you're naturally funny, you can do stuff like that. If you're not naturally funny, then you might want to keep any distractions away from you. So you can do exactly. Improvisation, man. That's like a major thing in the comedy thing. Like if you can improvise, if you can play off the situation. I tell people a lot of jokes I sit down and I write or I come up with the joke, but the joke, what I say, actually don't come alive until you tell that joke on stage, because not only is it something that I might say that I didn't plan on saying within that joke, but it might be something in that joke that I wrote where people cracking up laughing, and I was like, damn, I didn't even think they would think that's just a part of me building up to the part of the joke, but they heard that, and that was funny, so let me make sure I keep that part. You know, so it's cool, man. It's definitely is.
So have your jokes ever got you in trouble?
That's what, before you say that, before you get to that, because that's the, I want to go back. You said, like, when you ready, when you ready, and everybody fell, and boom, 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 you ready to hop up in there, you take over, you smash it. What happened when you fall? Have you ever got bombed?
Never got booed.
Never got booed?
Oh, my God. Put it on
Never
everything.
I put it on my door. Never got booed. Never.
Okay, booed or people just got. Okay, that's the thing. And booed or people
You
got
just want to
quiet.
make it.
No, I'm asking. No, because this is
I
something.
swear to God, never, ever.
You telling me
Take my
this man that
resume,
shut
never.
people down? You know, had a person who of notoriety basically tell me he don't want him on the stage. He ain't been booed.
Never
Like
been
people
booed.
need to see this. That's what I'm
I
saying.
never
Like,
been booed. I promise you, one of the things that had me, I would go do shows and they wouldn't be necessarily like A-list, but they'd be, you know, comedians that been on BET, comedians that you see, like you looking at a Bill Bellamy, we gonna say somebody right up under Bill Bellamy.
Okay.
Every time I've done a show, I promise you, I put this on my mama. Every time I've done a show, the headliner will come to me and tell me like, bruh, this is what you need to be doing. Like, this is what you need to do. And I really think it just comes from the passion of why I do what I do. I don't necessarily think that I'm funnier than everybody else. I just feel like I do it for different reasons. So my energy is different from a lot of people. You know, I don't do it for the check. I don't do it for no notoriety. I don't do it for no fame. I do it because I genuinely enjoy seeing people laugh and forgetting about their problems. And in doing that, it makes me forget about what I'm going.
So being that you just sold yourself real well, I got a question.
yeah, I just helped that too. That's
You
endorsement.
got a manager?
Yeah, you just straight endorsed that. I'm pushing that.
You need a manager?
I can use
Cut
one,
myself
man,
in
you
with
know.
them checks with you and your wife.
Must be doing all right. He got money falling out his pockets.
Where is
Hey,
that?
falling on the
I'm
Oscars.
just
Oscars pulling it back out.
Man, let me get
It's
down.
down.
Let me for the strip club. Lead down. Hold on, man. I'm glad you seen that, Jay. That's one thing about Jay Black. He sees money from everywhere. He's not gonna miss a dollar. Thank God he told me that the tip bucket, I ain't got to put nothing in there with these curse words. I was strapped just in case. If I need these.
I was gonna have to swipe a card or something.
So go ahead, talk back to your question, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Question is, has comedy ever got you in trouble?
Yeah. You know, like maybe in school get kicked out, gotta go to the office or.
Yeah, always.
I want to go deeper. I want to say as an adult, has it got in trouble saying something?
As an adult, I'm gonna keep it real. At one point, like, you know, and I give it to you all the way, 100%. I pride myself on being transparent. I had when I first really started doing my thing, I was on the cover of In Your Face magazine. I had a show in Louisville. I had a show in Atlanta. I had a show set up to go do in Florida. I had a bunch of shows around the city, and then you start getting the haters. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how I started getting in trouble. I had a rumor, a motherfucker tried to say I was gay, and it was so much shit. And you know what? Instead of running from any of that shit, I embraced it all and made it a part of my comedy. You know what I mean? It's like when you are, it's like they say, when they can't really fuck over you, they start telling lies. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool because, you know, at that time in my life, for real, just being honest, I had done the comedy. I had never really been somebody that was really in the public eye like that, and I was starting to be in the public eye, and I really didn't know how to handle all that. Like, damn, why they saying shit like this about me? And, you know, it's just... And
Kanye West.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, damn, why they saying this type shit? Like, I don't really mess with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. Like, where is this coming from? And I couldn't really pull nothing up out of it. Like, it can't be nothing but jealousy because I really ain't out here trying to screw over people. And I just, you know, like I said, I wasn't good at basketball, football, but I was good at this. I you know, not even saying I'm no cocky shit. I was good at this. I could
cocky
do it.
is confident.
You know what I'm saying? I was good at this. So, you know, I think that's the only kind of trouble. Probably a couple Facebook posts where I had to literally learn how to not let my emotions take over what I was letting come out of me. I had to, you know, I tell people like this, man, when anybody try to shit on you, man, it don't do nothing. I at this point in my life, I thank people that's ever tried to shit on me because all it did was help me do was to grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people that just try to screw over you or try to say this about you or say that about you or any of that type shit, at the end of the day, when you come up out of that shit successful, all it ever does is help you to grow as a person. And I thank God for any of this stuff that I've ever gone through because all it did was help me become the man I am today. And it's like now, it's kind of like somebody can say whatever they want to say about me. It don't matter because it don't mess up my bill money. It don't affect my job. It don't affect what I go and do. It don't affect what I do for my kids. It don't affect my family. And it's really nothing. You know what I mean?
Well, you got a question here from Roosevelt Yates. What's up, Rose? That's my cat.
Yeah, he out in Cali.
Yeah, show is one thing after him and his son. That's my guy.
Shouts out to Lil B.
Yeah, Lil B. He said, I should cut his hair too. That's my guy. What are your goals, short term and long term, and you're a very funny guy. But what's your goal? Long term?
Make Taka your manager.
Yeah.
Plug.
I got a question before you answer it. Before you answer that, I want to say you said that you getting all the roles, everybody like you. It's part of what that question is asking you. But do you ever think of taking this because you said you love the freedom of doing this and not having to stress about, so I have basically no overhead in a sense. I can do this. Would you want to take it to that level? And that's what I'm saying. It's going to that question of what's your goals. Also,
Just to be totally honest, man, and it's all gonna tie in, so it might seem a little off track when I was beginning this off. My daughter this year in March was diagnosed with cervical cancer. So above all, comedy is cool, but on some real shit, it ain't got benefits, medical benefits, and I need them. And my medical benefits have helped my daughter to be able to live up until this day. I don't think I would ever want to be like that dude that's on TV and all that old type stuff. I got a great job, and I'm gonna hit that clock every day. You know what I'm saying? So I think the thing that makes it great for me is the fact that I don't want to do it on a major scale unless I was guaranteed millions of dollars, and it just really boils down to the health insurance. I got to take care of my family. And I have that through my job, and if I can't get that doing comedy, and it's guaranteed, then I don't want no parts of it. So I just love the freedom of being able to do it when I want to do it. I'm not committed to doing it. The situation went down with my daughter. I'm able to step away from it because I'm not on anybody's contract. I can take care of my daughter, take care of my household, make sure she good, and when all this is over with, then I can jump right back in it and do it.
Because it's like you said about hitting that road and all that type of stuff.
That's a young man's game to me. That's a young man's game.
Sound like this comedian game needs some Obamacare in it.
It definitely do. It definitely do.
Well, Obamacare.
Well, you know, I keep it all with that. Obamacare ain't shit. That's a whole nother show. That Obamacare ain't shit. My daughter was diagnosed with.
No, that ain't another show. That's this show. No, that ain't another show. That's this show.
Was diagnosed with cervical cancer, man, and she went on a little independent spill of her own, and she had Obamacare, and they had written my baby girl off in April. She didn't realize that she was still on me and my wife's insurance, and when they found out that she was on me and my wife's Humana insurance, the level of care changed and everything changed. They was ready to put my baby on palliative care, meaning comfort care to get ready for her to pass.
So on a political note, so I guess a lot of us black folks really need to check into what's going on with Obamacare. And
that's, in my opinion, it ain't shit, you know. Everybody out here talking about they getting money, everybody selling dope, everybody got a nice car, but if you ain't got no health insurance, you ain't doing too much of nothing.
But let's go a little bit past that. Health insurance, life insurance, because you know what I'm saying. Life insurance, you got to go into a lot more than just that. I can't keep having French fries for little Ray Ray every other weekend.
I don't mean that disrespect.
No disrespect, but at the same time,
it might not be on that level.
Right.
But when I look at stuff, it's like you can go out here for real, and get a job paying you $10 an hour and put your kids on your it's like $1 or $2. But I guess had like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of life insurance for your kids. You know, everybody, and no disrespect to nobody, but somebody passed and they having fish fries and GoFundMe's and all that, and this like $2 a week out of your check if you had a job.
You drink coffee every day.
So I guess it also boils down to what's most important to you.
Yeah, definitely. But our people don't know. Nobody educates our people, and that's one of my things. Like throughout this whole situation with my daughter and just everything that's going on is just to try to use this platform that I've been put in. She shouts out to my baby girl Brianna Gordon. Hop on her page, BRYANAGORDON. She's got cervical cancer. Been fighting it since March, and she has embraced it. And she made a video where the chemo made her hair come out, and she took her hair out, professing her love for God and Jesus Christ and how she ain't gonna give up on hope or whatnot. And I checked about a month and a half ago, and that video was at 13 million views on Facebook. I got people from all over the world sending me stuff and cards and videos and just everything. And it's just a situation where I'm trying to really, me and her both, use this platform to make people more aware of insurance, your health. These videos and all this shit promoting big rims and wealth. People don't realize that your health is your wealth. Like, this money shit don't mean nothing if you ain't healthy enough to spend it.
And speaking of that, what we was talking about a little bit earlier, as far as like, tell them the I guess the scenario when she went out to smoke.
Yeah, real talk, real, so real. My daughter, man, I had to get.
How old is she? If
she's 23. 23. I had to get hospice involved. Not because of, the doctor said that they listed her as terminally ill.
Right.
I had to get hospice involved because hospice is a service that can, if she's in pain, and one of the promises I make to my daughter is that I wouldn't let her be in pain. And my daughter, just the other night, man, we sitting here laughing and joking right now, and this is what I mean. I want people to look like. I don't give a fuck what we go through, man. I'm gonna always find a way to laugh. My baby girl was laughing later on that night. She was in excruciating pain, man, and you know, shouts out to all the people that's taking care of their kids. Me and Ann, when my daughter was sitting there screaming to me that she was in pain. So I had to call hospice to come through, and I deal with hospice because they are able to get certain medicines 24/7 that can comfort my baby.
Got to wait.
And you know, the actual drug that they had started to give her was one that is called Roxanol. It's one of the drugs that they begin to give you to keep you out of pain, but that drug also can begin to slow your organs down. It keep you out of pain, but it can be one it'll slow your organs down.
When you say slow your organs down, because a lot of, you know, we're going to catch people up on that. When you say slow your organs down, you mean, what does that mean exactly?
It means it can begin the process for you to pass on.
Oh, okay.
Causing, taking away the pain, but it's causing failure.
Right, in your organs, heart, liver, lungs. And her dude, you know, just all the way 100. My thing is, you know, if you had kids that you genuinely love and would do that, like I say, I love my kids more than I love myself, and to have your child screaming that she's in pain, and you know, you have to make these decisions as a parent in a split second, and just on some 100, I would rather my baby not be here than go through what I saw she was experiencing. And her dude was like, let me take her outside to smoke. Let me take her outside to smoke. And, man, when I tell you, man, he took my baby girl outside to smoke, man, and they went outside and smoked a couple joints, man, and she came back in the house like ain't nothing happened. You know what I mean? It's just,
power is in herbs.
Yeah, and that's real talk. And right now, this is my daughter, man, she's 23. She ain't never smoked in a day in her life.
But we ain't promoting smoking weed now.
She
Medical marijuana.
No, but my whole thing of saying that is,
About to get on Dr. CB?
yeah, pretty much. So people to understand the nutrients that you need to strengthen your organs, to help the body repair and rebuild itself. So if you're not feeding your body those nutrients, that's what caused those organs to shut down, and people don't understand that. So it's like, really, you need to start taking your medicine before you get sick. So that would be understanding the alkaline diet, understanding what the body needs, understand what the body is made of.
Yeah.
You know, that's just like a lot of people don't like the brain being made of copper. And with that being made of copper, that's why a lot of those Arabic people wear those copper bracelets and rings. They don't know that takes away arthritis, a lot of pain that be in people's bodies. Just like y'all know, something my mother always did. When you have a baby and they're teething, the penny. A baby when they teething, a penny is made of copper. You take that penny and you nail a hole in it with a nail, just big enough for a needle and thread string to go through, and you put it on that child's neck, but you keep it where it doesn't come down far enough where they can bite it or grab it. It just sits right there. And I promise, this is not a myth. Like, it been done to him, her, everybody in my family. It stops that baby from crying when they teething. It gets rid of the pain.
Two-part thing before we get back to what we was talking about. We don't do that no more. I ain't seen a baby with a penny around their neck. I don't know when. We done lost so many traditions and things within our culture. It's not even funny.
We done traded it in for prescription.
We don't even got grease on the stove no more. None of that is gone. But secondly, I want to say, when it come down to it, it's no real, like, you sound like a real live John Q. Like, that's how, to me, when you speaking, it's really like, I'm about to go in here and blow my brains out, my daughter and I, but I don't know if it's a lot of men in our community that are like that. Don't have. What do you think that, you know what I'm saying? First off, do you feel like you, in that same sense, I don't want to, in a disrespectful way, say it the way, if you see it, what I'm saying when I see John Q, because that was an inspirational movie to what a man
should do. I keep it all the way 100 with you, man. I'm not no crazy dude. I ain't none of that. My daughter was in so much pain, and this was the first night that the hospice lady came out, that I was real aggressive with her. Like, and I'm a laid back dude. I had to get real aggressive. I was joking with my daughter today and my kids today, like, because my daughter was in pain and they had gave her medicine and she was still in pain. And I'm like, look, this ain't what this service promised me when they came and saw me in the hospital. Y'all said y'all be able to keep her comfortable. I was probably a minute and a half away from going to my car and getting my pistol, like, something's about to happen. You know, just real life. Like I deal with my kids, and I don't deal with no man, no woman that don't deal with their kids. You know, I'm big on that, man. My kids is my everything, man. And if I could trade positions with my daughter right now, seeing what she went through, man, what she's going through, I'd trade in a heartbeat. It's just, I don't think that men necessarily don't love their kids nowadays. I think, you know, it's easier in that moment to bail away from your kids. Me, I ain't cut like that. I can't. You know, it's a very hard thing to do, to sit there and watch your daughter or your child go from being healthy to, I watched my daughter lose 43 pounds. I watched my daughter go through chemo, radiation, and throwing up and can't sleep and lose her hair. And, you know, that's a very, 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 very hard thing to sit there and gradually witness. You know, but that's where that's where you got to dig deep. You know, you got to dig deep. As much as I look at it and be like, she don't want to be seen like this. I mean, as much as I don't want to see her like this, she don't want to be seen like this. And she deal with it, like I said, she deal with it on a mental and physical level. I just got to deal with it on the mental level.
Right.
The least I can do is be there for her. Yeah. And that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. You know, I hope throughout my journey, man, people look on my Facebook. I don't give a fuck. It ain't nothing I'm not gonna do for my baby, and I hope that empowers people. I hope that, you know, I don't need no recognition for it, but I really hope that some people look at this and see, like, you know, what people don't understand is, man, I look at it, this is all a circle of life. Your mama had you, like me right now. My mama had me. My mama 80. I take care of my mama. My kids there. It's cancer stuff and all the ailments and stuff now has kind of switched that circle of life up a little bit. But the thing is, you want to take, my daddy always told me, like, you better take care of your kids or they're going to end up taking care of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a circle. Like, you can't not take care of the same people that's supposed to take care of you. Because if that circle of life goes in the way that it's supposed to go, who going to take care of you if you ain't been taking care of your kids? You know, it's you know, I say to myself, a lot of these older cats that you see out here on the streets or whatnot is kids that not even are men or women who not necessarily didn't take care of their kids, but you didn't take care of your kids the right way to teach your kids responsibility and teach your kids, okay, I'm taking care of you right now, so then when I get older, you can take care of me. It's plenty of homeless people out here, and not saying that's the only reason that they out here homeless, but they ain't took care of their kids. So their kids, if you don't feel an obligation to take care of your kids, then when you get older and you fucked up, your kids ain't gonna feel no obligation to take care of you. You know. My daughter, she promised me, she said, you're going to be in the nicest nursing home. She said, the nurses going to have the fattest asses. And I'm like, that's what it do. You know what I'm saying?
Or if you're abusive to them, they're gonna
It's going to be
abuse
right
you.
back.
Yeah.
Even if it's subliminal.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's just like,
Verbal.
whatever, even if it's just not being involved.
Like I
you know?
said, even if you're just pushing them off,
Exactly.
it changes the outlook of knowing who you are.
I tell you, brother, I never even thought about leaving my daughter's side.
But you know, I also want to say what that flips does to her. Hope everything gets better for her. But when she have her child, when that goes down, however that goes, you know what I'm saying. When it gets to that point, she gonna teach that same mentality back,
Exactly.
and that's what we lose that. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
If I'm teaching my son to look out for me, when he have his baby, next thing you know, he's about to do the same thing. He gonna flip it and reverse it, and now he taking and that cycle's continue. We don't have that cycle is lost. Like I said, the penny's lost. The cycle just taking care of each other. Hell, the cycle of having barbecue grills through the neighborhood on the 4th of July, it ain't smell like nothing that day when you go through there. It's just like who we are is lost, and we lose it every day. So to have somebody like you speak on this and really give a real insight on what, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, in this situation, what a man should do, it really speaks volume, and I think a lot of people will respect that, whether they know the story or not. Hearing it now, it got to make you reflect on yourself like, dang, like, even when your child just need a new coat, you know what I'm saying? You not being there, you don't know what that triggered in them, their mentality, because now they don't want to hear, you know, fuck, my dad ain't giving it, my mom ain't giving it, I'm going to do whatever I got to do. Now you just flip them into a whole different person, all because you just didn't give them that little bit of support. So I know she got to be looking at you like, my dad support me, and she got to feel straight from you, because I see it now.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
my
hearing
dad.
from you, so.
That's my daughter. That's my ace, man. You know, outside of that, I was talking to Tucker, man. Not even just so much as far as him taking care of us. It's just like the morals and the, you know, just the things that you want to instill in my child. You know, the other night, just on some 100 shit, I thought my daughter was gonna pass that night. You know what I'm saying? And
The night
she
you
asked
make-
me
the
the other night,
night
it was like
when
2 nights
everything
ago.
was
Yeah.
going on? Okay.
My daughter, she asked me. She said, "Daddy, am I about to go to hospice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we probably gonna have to go there." She said, "Am I gonna die tonight?" And I'm like, "That ain't what we trying to do." And my daughter, she looked me dead in my face like, I ain't scared to die. And that's what we want to breed, man. We want to breed kids that know that they have done what they're supposed to do on this earth, and breed kids with. And I ain't trying to tell people what to believe in, but make sure your kids believe in something, man. You know. And my daughter, death has no lock over her. She's not scared of it. You know?
I think that's one of the reasons how we live life.
But that's one of the
you live life like that.
You
You
live
live
life by not being scared of death. You know,
That's
there's a
one
lot
of
of people out here, including myself. I done did some shit in the past, and I'm trying to get all that together because I admire her. I'm like, you know what? If when I get to that point, I want to be able to be like, let's get it. If this is what it's gonna be, let's get it. And to be totally honest, right now I ain't there. But to see that my daughter is like, let's get it. Whatever happens, finna happen. This don't scare me. You know, it really. Hey, it's extremely humbling. It's definitely a self-check.
That's okay. With your daughter doing that, it's teaching you something you ain't even say like that's my baby doing that.
I tell people all the time, man, the biggest thing that ever made me was a man was my kids. That's what made me a man.
But say that for you, because some people had that with their kids also, and you know what I'm saying, they run away from like certain things. It made you step up in a different way. Because and the reason I'm saying a lot of people have kids and they think they're a man. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what I'm elaborating on.
You know, a lot of times you can tell by your kids' actions of what you done put in them. It comes out. You know, you know. That's
So a lot of that shit, you know what I'm saying, got from you saying, you know, how strong you are, in a sense.
Just like the other one you told me when she grabbed your face.
Yeah, man. We was in the hospital and they had told me that she that it wasn't nothing else they could do. You know, no chemo.
They told her that or told you that?
Nah, that's one thing I do, man, with my daughter, man. I don't let the doctors, they're allowed to come in and say, hey, how you doing, check her vitals and all that. But, you know, as her father, I got to protect her peace. So they can't talk to nothing. I'm her power of attorney as well, so they can't talk to her about nothing. Okay. They got to talk to me. Okay. Because, you know, they give certain information, and I take that information and I give her what she need to hear, and the rest of that shit I keep to myself, because she don't need to hear certain shit. You know, so, you know, she asked me, like, what they say. I'm like, we talk about it tomorrow. And she like, Dad, you know I ain't scared of that. What they say? And I told her, like, you know, they said there wasn't nothing else they could do, blah, blah, blah. They said this, they said that. And she said, you know, well, that's cool. You know, make sure you take care of Grandma. Make sure you take care of my twin sister. Make sure you take care of my dude. Shouts out to his name, Tyreek Ramsey, man. Shouts out to this cat, man, 24-year-old cat. He ain't got to be there. He be right there with my baby girl like I'll be there for boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's amazing. Like, I hope he ain't even watching this, how I'm bigging him up. Like, this nigga is amazing. You feel me? And she was just like, you know, just promise me that you won't let me be in no pain. And, you know, I'm cool. And in that moment, man, I had dropped my head because it's just, you know, I'm talking to my 23-year-old daughter about possible death. And she grabbed my face, man. I'll never forget this moment the rest of my life, man. She grabbed my face and lifted my face up, and she said, Daddy, you got to be strong, you know? And it's like, it's just amazing, man, to see that kind of strength. The pain comes in, you know, people be like, man, your baby girl, she's so strong. The pain comes in having to see her have to be that strong. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I see it in her, but I hate that she got to be that strong. You got to be that. You know what I'm saying? But she's good, man. She's, her faith is amazing. How she is using this whole situation to empower other people. It's been people, man, that send her money and she send it right back out to other cancer patients. Man, selfless, man. Yeah, that's selfless. You know, selfless. And it's just like, it's just like, you know, she's really taught me a whole lot, man. Her faith don't waver. Like I said, you know, we believe, I ain't knocking what nobody else believe, man. We believe in Jesus Christ, you know, and that's what she roll with, and that's what she stick to, and that's what she has her faith in, and it's just something to see her at peace with what she believes and how her faith is, and to see her throughout this whole thing, man. She ain't questioned nothing, you know. She's had her little moments where she looks at it like, you know, this situation is much bigger than me and you, Daddy, because that's my ex. That's who me and her, we be together. And, you know, my wife, shouts out to my wife, Lacey. She right there for her. That's her stepmom, and she treat her like she's been the mama to her. You know, I ain't gonna candy coat the shit. Like, that's her mama. And, you know, it's just, you know, like I tell people all the time, man, in a situation like this where people feel like God may have forsaken them and this and this and that, this to me is one of the situations where I've seen God the most I've ever seen before in my life. You know, I've shed a lot of tears. I've cried for a lot of times, man, and just the BS that comes along with this. But on the flip side, I've cried tears of joy seeing the goodness in people. Because you see a goodness, you see a goodness in people that you just don't see on the everyday.
And it's a blessing that you got that strength and that union with your wife, your daughter, your son, which is her dude, and all y'all being strong together. And that's another thing that's missing out here in a lot of families is that strength and that
community.
Yeah, you need that team. You know, even in your own household, you need a strong team.
Actually, people there for you.
That's what I say about my daughter. Like, she is like, when she got sick, it's like she's the product, and my family is the business. My brother, he's a financial advisor or whatnot for City Financial. He handles all the medical bills and everything, make sure everything tight on that end. I got a sister, she's a housewife. She makes sure house is clean, clothes is clean, come through, clean up, wash dishes, all that type of stuff. You got me, I do all the running, and her sister handles all the medicines, and then we got my mama, grandma, she the bankroll. Anytime anything show, hey, my daughter had to get a thing called a PET scan, man. A PET scan costs $15,000, and the insurance at first was like, well, we don't know if we're going to be able to pay for it. Grandma was like, how much it cost? About to send me to the bank. She about to pay for the PET scan cash, you know what I'm saying? But, it's just like we got a whole team of people that's focused on taking care of her and making sure she cool, and it's like, I don't have a big family, but we stick together and we do what we got to do for each other.
It's a strong family.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do what we got to do for each other, man. Real talk.
Somebody got a question. Sylvia not asking, express the after cancer radiation life. Like, what happens now? Do she just rebuild her immune system to go back to being normal?
Well, that's what we're praying at everything that would, this cancer thing is a whole. It's a dice roll. As much as you would wish for it to be. Guarantees, and it ain't no guarantees in none of this. Mm-hmm. So we just, just on the real, we do everything that we supposed to do, and we enjoy every day. When they first told me that my baby girl was terminal, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And of course, you get to thinking of stuff, and you like, man, is my baby gonna pass? And you get to thinking about, damn, do I gotta plan a funeral and this and this and that? And at the time when I was sitting there thinking this stuff, I was on the highway and a truck had scooted over and I almost got hit by the truck, and I had to move real quick. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't thinking about that bullshit. A motherfucker just took me out the game right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just live every day and enjoy every single day, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We do everything we supposed to, and we live every day to the fullest, and that's all that you can do. I don't go by no, I don't go by no rules or what people what man says. I caught myself 2 weeks ago, just small little life examples that I look at, man. Like, I was coming through Elmwood and I just zoomed across the railroad tracks over there by the United Dairy Farm, and just zoomed across the railroad track. Didn't look to my right, didn't look to my left, all because them little things didn't come.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, that's crazy as hell, because that's man-made.
Right.
So what if them things just
didn't
come
work that way,
down
right.
and the train was coming? We put too much faith in what man say. You know what I'm saying? So, it'd be a whole lot of lessons, man, that be there for you to learn if you just really kind of just slow down a little bit and stop thinking about love and hip-hop and the new Jordans that's coming out and all that, and just really just kind of focus on life. There's lessons out here everywhere you look.
But you got to think, people scared of them lessons.
Yeah.
That stuff you saying right now, that scared a lot of people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people not going to admit to it. That's another problem in itself. It's not that you're just scared of. You admit to understanding that you're scared of, and you facing, like you sound like you just facing it head on, handling it how it comes. But most people like, I don't even want to deal with that thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of different when you're put in a position where you have to, though. Because I'm the same way. I wouldn't be thinking about half the stuff I think about if I wasn't in the situation that I'm in, if we wasn't in the situation we in. But when you're in that situation, people be like, oh, man, you're so strong, you this, you that. And it's like, one thing that it sounds so cliche, but it's some of the realest shit ever is you never know how strong you're going to be until you got to be that strong.
You better know.
I'm the most unorganized person in the world, brother. Like, my wife, I make the money. She make her own money, but I make money and give her the money. She pay the bills. I'd be like, if you're messing with me, we have a Lamborghini living in the drop-in center for real. Like, I ain't good with the bills. But when my daughter, she got sick,
Right.
I can tell you probably out of 50 medicines that she's taking over this course, I can tell you the medicines, the milligrams, the side effects, all that. When you got to do something, you get where you got to be.
Almost your who
It
you are. Really
kicks
comes
in.
out
It
there.
kicks in. It's I have doctors. I had doctors that come in the room and they be like, man, I'm impressed because I know they be like, yeah, do you got the medicine list that she taking? I'm like, yeah. They're like, let me see it. I'm like, nah, it's up here. I got it. What you need to know? I know everything: side effects, milligrams, what she take, what time she take it, all that. And it's just about when you really love somebody, man, and when you really care about somebody, man, them instincts just gonna kick in. It's like, you know, if somebody trying to kill you and they got you back in the corner, I don't care if this motherfucker 6'10", you gonna react.
Right.
It's just an animal instinct. You gonna react. Fear is kicked out the door.
Right.
It's
That's-
about
that's fear
survival
is
at that point.
that weak emotion that tears them
Yeah,
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the biggest control is fear.
Fear is the weakest emotion.
She got a follow-up question, same person, but she said, but I'm asking because I always thought that after chemo and radiation, your cancer gone and you are in remission for 5 to 7 years.
No, that's not the case. Not at all. That's not the case. It's a dice roll. You know, it's a dice roll. You can go through all that and the cancer can spread. You can go through all that and the cancer can go away. You can go through all that and the cancer can pop up in another spot. My daughter initially had a tumor on her cervix the size of a melon, and they shrunk that tumor down smaller than the size of a pea. And then the tumor spread and got on her abdomen, a 1-inch spot on her abdomen, totally away from this area. You know, the thing is, man, like I said, they say cancer cannot survive in an alkaline body. Get on that alkaline diet,
Yes, indeed.
and it's just a dice roll. I truly believe in population control. Like this shit ain't just happening, man. Like this
Alkaline
this ain't happening.
You said you believe in population control?
Yeah, definitely.
Why you say that? Now that's so I'm curious. I'm curious why you said that.
Two things. It's kind of a joke. The last motherfucker died of AIDS was Easy E. And as much as everybody fucking, you would think that's what would be taking us out the game right now. And it's cancer. You know, how can you not? Everything, all these diseases have a patent number. So it's like, how can you not?
See now you
Kill
sorry.
somebody.
No.
Somebody owns
See,
the patent.
see, that's what you gotta see. Now we about to get into some stuff that it just don't start triggering people to really think. How can a disease have a patent number to it? So how can the United States have a patent number to it?
Put like
They do know that. For
Like-
people who don't know, you do know the United States is registered as a business. The country is a business.
Put like this.
So if that's the country is a business, who you think owning these patents?
Dig this. They ain't dying in China over cancer like this.
That's what
They
I'm
ain't dying in Israel over cancer like this. They ain't dying. I got a friend lives in Central America, Belize City, Central America. They ain't dying in Central America over this.
So my question to you with that, that ain't any question. That just make people what we do on Shop Talk make you think. I'm just going back to it's a patent on it.
I'm
Just
gonna say
let that resonate.
I'm gonna
It's
say
a
this-
patent
I'm
on
gonna
that.
say this.
So who own it?
But let me
Who's
say
selling
this.
it?
Let me say
Who
this
got
too.
the rights?
Remember, AIDS was killing Africa. Now it's Ebola. So if AIDS spread the way they spread, you can't tell me they ain't over there fucking. So why everybody ain't done knocked off or died off from AIDS? But now it's a new Ebola epidemic, and somebody owns that patent.
That just threw me for a loop. We gotta sit down and think.
I mean, but
think about life for a
But
second.
to sum it all up, alkaline diet.
Alkaline cancer cannot survive in an alkaline body. It can't do it.
I got a
I'm
question.
trying to get on that right now.
You know about this? I'm assuming a little bit. I don't know about it. So as my viewers, so
Dr. C,
when you
you
say
know
that
this stuff.
alkaline diet, if somebody got cancer, can they take that and start removing it?
I believe it's a strong possibility, and I ain't a doctor.
Yeah, strong possibility from what I've read, but you know, just
I'm just asking if you know.
the reality of things. You know, once it's you know, I look at it like this. It's like the Justice Center. It's like the police and that shit. It's easy to get into some shit and hard as hell to get out of
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can get into that and then try to resolve it, and then it's probably a guess of, can I get out of this?
But
or
I
can
also
beat
say
or
this:
not?
you better give yourself the best shot.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
why not try it?
yeah.
And that's just like if you have a loved one that comes down with contracts cancer, whatever you want to call it. Even before you go through any of the worst stages, you should just go on and switch and try that alkaline diet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just like it's.
We need
I mean, you're right.
nutrition
When I
on
say
this.
like population control and the whole nine, like
back to that
gallon
probably
a gallon of alkaline water, I think it's like $5, but you can go get 2 liters of Big K for like $1.50. Like it ain't no
It's
it ain't
backwards.
yeah, it ain't no
It make
it
no
ain't no
sense.
secret, man. You go get a fresh salad, like all this organic food, that shit expensive as hell, but you can go get a Big Mac and some fries and a pop and all that for about $4-5.
Man, that stuff you be hungry 30 minutes after you eat a number one from McDonald's.
I can't even really eat no McDonald's no more. That shit don't even taste the same for real. It don't even. That fast food, that fast food definitely is not where it's at. That's like McDonald's. I go get like Fridays and stuff from time to time, but like McDonald's, Burger King, all that kind of man.
I gotta give it to Wendy's though.
but I'm-
Wendy's be kind of fresh.
But I'm
It's
gonna say
like
this.
this ass.
Yeah, Wendy's too. Wendy's,
But I'm gonna say this.
Wendy's, I get Wendy's
Hey,
probably
I'm
be
here
there.
like, you know, that alkaline,
Yeah.
that's where it's at, brother. That Wendy's bacon
Hey,
cheeseburger,
hey.
that motherfucker hit the spot.
Hey, that
Sausage
lettuce and
fries.
Wendy's son, that's probably the only that will get a. I think.
But I will say this: if you don't want your kids out here getting fast money, I don't think you should be able to get them that fast food either.
Yeah.
Take time, cook something. Teach them kids how to cook.
Remember we was little, and McDonald's was like a reward for being good all
Like,
week.
yeah, that was
Reward.
But now, I don't. Who cook every day? Remember we.
You know it's different. Like you said, it flips now. It flips. A reward is like, okay, on Sunday we finally gonna sit down and have that dinner. I think it's almost if it's Sunday. I don't know, maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Man,
sit down
McDonald's done
every
went
day.
from a reward to being that bologna and syrup sandwich. Like, now you're getting number one.
That's what I mean. It went to, and then when you finally get that meal with your family, when it's somebody really do cook, if it's not a holiday, it's like, damn, we cooking tonight? Like, it really hit you. It's like that.
I'm not gonna count on my fingers how many times my mom took me to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Now,
My dude, he dating a chick right now. She don't have a stove.
he doing what with her?
She don't have a stove.
Yeah, so he dating her?
No, they go together.
You sure?
That sounded,
Hey,
that
relationship
sounded-
show.
That sounded little as hell. I said, nah, they go together.
No, that's what we said about our show last week. What that real title though, but they go together mean they really, you know what I'm saying?
Not because if we go together, we can't.
Go together without a stove.
Hey, your
Like
mother
our
be pissed at you.
our first together thing is getting the stove. Like, that's the first thing we do in our
that's the whole
Like,
relationship.
babe, I want to be with you. Look, hold on. First off, I need to know. Do you got a stove, bitch? That's what I'm
We'll go down here on the north side where they got them for the Lolo. We
Nah,
gonna
but
fix
it's
those.
just crazy. It just shows like another thing too. Like my daughter, she turned it on. Like when she had to go through the radiation thing, she stopped eating anything out the microwave. Like she stopped.
See?
We got a toaster oven. She heats her stuff up in the toaster oven.
And it
she
don't
heats
take
it up
that
in the
long.
oven.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just the fact that everybody wants something right
Right
now.
now.
You know
Because
what
everybody
I'm
feel like
saying?
they got somewhere to go.
We got she got a toaster oven. She don't heat nothing up in no microwave. And she heat up in the toaster oven and she heat it up in the oven. She don't heat nothing up. Me personally, I think a lot of this plastic. You know, remember back in the day, stuff used to come in glass. Now everything comes in plastic.
Yeah, but it's a material. See, that's a whole nother story subject. It's the materials that's in plastic that you're not supposed to drink out of plastic. I forgot exactly what it is, but yeah, do the research.
It's like the plastic eventually breaks down and gets into what's in you, what
Yeah.
you're drinking. I mean, we microwaving stuff in these little. You go to the Dollar Tree and get 5 microwavable bowls for $1. You know what I'm saying? You microwaving your whole dinner up in that little thing. I just look at stuff a little different. Even my wife, like she goes to Sam's Club because she don't like to wash dishes. We got these things this big of plastic spoons and forks.
Yeah, that's what we use. Straight up.
I mean, but
We got the regular knife, but really
Make
we
a long
use that when we
story
get
short.
to. Other than that, we
What-
use
what-
plastic fork, paper.
We got too lazy.
Yeah. My wife, man, if she hear a real fork, like a metal fork, hit a real plate, she gonna wake up out her sleep like, who making the dish? Who making the dish? You better wash it. Like, everything is convenience now, and I truly believe that we are paying for that with our health. You know, everything's convenient, but on the back end of it, you paying for it in a different way, man. It's just
And I'm gonna give them this jewel with the plastic. Plastic is made. A lot of plastic is made by a company called Monsanto. If anybody ever heard of Monsanto, they make a whole lot of plastic, and I know because my dad used to work there.
I think
when I was a kid.
Advil just tried to buy them.
Hold on, but not only that, but do the research. Monsanto is the same people that's creating all them GMO products. If you don't believe me, do the research.
Tell them about the corn, just real quick.
Man, I ain't finna get on to that.
No, I just don't do.
Corn is man-made.
Corn, yeah.
Yeah.
But so when you go to Chipotle and you get all this corn, where that's coming from?
I know where it's coming
Think
out.
about it. If they can use corn, you can eat corn, and they can make gas out of corn. Ain't they making it use that for gas?
You want to know something that tricked me when I really
corn
said,
don't break
I
down
know.
in your body.
Yeah, don't.
And you pop
That's
it
why,
up, popcorn.
why you think on Friday they said, "Oh, Smoke, you ate some corn"? How you know that?
Because the corn, you can
It don't break
out and
down.
eat it again.
Yeah, you really can. Ask my cousin; she know about that when I was younger. It's all right. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, on another episode. We'll talk about another episode.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
see
hit the
my
rock on this cat when I
But no, something else that hit me: seedless watermelons, seedless fruit. How do that work? How can you have a fruit
Hybrid.
that come from a seed
Hybrid.
that makes that? But that's what I'm saying. When you
Hybrid.
go in there like, let me get some seedless grapes.
You
How
know,
did-
when you get
how
some
did you-
seed, you know you ain't getting your nutrients. Just know that.
I'm just saying we just wait. We don't win nutrition.
Everything got
So
parents.
this one everywhere.
Everything
It's
got
y'all
parents.
talk
If somebody come around here and ain't got no parents,
The stork dropped that watermelon
Hey.
out, bro.
Hey, just get deep. Y'all gotta do some research. Google this stuff. That's why we get shut down
male
all
and
the time.
female.
Yeah.
You need that, male and female. See, you gotta have that. So
Well, that
be,
goes-
careful, be careful with y'all weed. That weed ain't got no seeds.
I
Oh,
thought that was,
you about to have cats on the block now. Like I got mad shit. Like, bro, it's healthy for you.
Nigga, I'm-
bro.
ain't that Reg though?
I'm bringing Reggie back.
Yeah, Reggie. Hey, Reggie's the real stuff. Y'all smoking that super
Reggie,
stuff. That's
Reggie.
you.
I got a Reggie
Look,
connect.
This is the Dr. CB right here. Get some of that. But no, this show definitely went a lot of ways. Gave a lot of great information.
Just like the shop do, though.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Don't lie.
And I think a lot of people respect that. It's the realness of giving people what you want. You just never know what you're going to learn in the shop. You definitely spit a lot of information towards a lot of people.
And I also say this, and the stuff that y'all hear on here or anywhere else, don't just take it for what it's worth. Do the research.
Yeah, research me.
You ain't got to just believe nobody. You ain't got to believe what I say. Do the research. Just research it. Find out for yourself and stop just believing everything you see and hear.
I think this is the nicest barbershop I've ever been in my life.
I told him that when I came in here, like, dang, he done took it to
Ever throw
Reds
these
out of
chairs out,
business.
man, please, but let me know. I'll be right out there by the door.
Yeah, because the whole time you just had this cool lean in it. You keep
Hey.
rubbing the what was
This
the
video
ostrich.
shoot
He keep rubbing the ostrich.
It's video shoot material right here, right? It's video shoot material.
Yes.
Waiting on y'all.
But I got a question. Where can people see you next on stage? Where can they, some of the merchandise, the DVDs, where can we learn about you?
Shouts out to my man Sewo. Sewo Films, man. Hop on. Let me tell you a little thing about my man who did my DVD. He did a thing. I forget the name of the DVD, but they did. You remember Nike made the commercial with LeBron where he was the old man and all that?
Yeah, with all the different
They
people.
did that whole thing a year and a half before.
So, in other words, LeBron, we coming for you.
Yeah.
Go.
Sewo Films, man. You get on YouTube. Type in comedian Raj, type in Raj. All that's gonna pop up. My video's up there. As far as the show right now, I'm kind of chilling right now until I get everything done with my daughter, make sure everything cool with her, and then
Keep
hopefully,
your baby girls in your prayers.
And
yes, please do.
And
And
that's
then
awesome.
I'm probably gonna throw. I usually throw a pre-Valentine's Day show. I throw it a week before Valentine's Day because all the cats that got side chicks, they can bring around a week before. They come try to checks me out. They'll be real good shows. You know, they be real good shows. The marketing scheme behind it is genius, bro. We get paid every time. But probably do something like that, man. And as you know, as soon as I get this situation done, my shorty, man, guarantee y'all see me out here heavy because she told me like, Daddy, make sure you get back on your thing. Well, however, whatever direction this going, we praying for a positive direction. You know, she stresses it to me. It's important to chase your dream, whether you're doing it part time or whatever. Basically, it's important to do what makes you happy. You know, if that makes you happy, then that's what you need to be
And
doing.
laugh, continue to
Anyway,
laugh.
I know you gave out her name, and everything, but is there any way for anybody out there who want to reach out to try to, if she's accepting and help, or any way they can just support anything?
She got to
I know
go
she's
fund
probably
me,
gonna
man.
give it away, but
Brianna Gordon, GoFundMe. We got a page on Facebook, Pray for Bree. It's probably like 17,000 people on there. Or you can just hit me up. I got a great birthday surprise for her, man. I can't even divulge it on here because she'll hear about it. But yeah, but it's going down, man. Just hop on her page, Brianna Gordon, BRYANA GORDON. Our pages ain't secret, and you can just read our story. We've been documenting this since day